All right, we're back. Hang on one second. Let me switch views here. I think we need. There we go. I think that's the right one. Yeah, it's the right one. Cool. Part of this whole thing is just going through the damn. Jesus. Going through the reps. Stupid chair mat is like got grooves in it because I got hardwood floor wheels because I'm smart. And they don't play nice with this chair mat on carpet, which I thought was the whole point of the chair mat, but it's got divots. Anyway, I digress greatly. So yeah, today we're going to be doing some Street Fighter 6 lab. Hi, by the way. Hi, how are you guys doing? I totally freaking just got going there. Yeah, we're doing some ed lab mode today. I know training mode isn't the sexiest, but I'll tell you what, it sure does help when you get your face caved in by things you don't understand, and you want to understand without necessarily having to just get your face caved in by the same thing for like another 16 hours. So we're gonna build some countermeasures here after we watch some match footage. And then, yeah, we'll take the notes and we'll try to figure out how to beat the things that we recognize we were losing to in the match. At least that's the idea. So we'll see how this goes. I'm kind of winging this. Scripts are cool and all, but this is not a video essay. This is very much what I would do anyway, even without being on camera or whatever. This is kind of what I think a lot of people need to do more of, but are kind of, they don't want to, either because it's A, they think it's boring, or B, I don't know, they just don't understand how watching themselves lose again and again and again could ever help them, which is unfortunate, really, because I think a slight mindset shift could do wonders for some folks who are kind of languishing in their own heads, at least languishing in some of the lower ranks. You know, I get it. It hurts. It stings, but you know, pride comes before the fall, or something like that. So you got to kind of be able to get over that. And watching yourself lose and be, what's the word? Kind of clinical or objective about it is very, very helpful if you're trying to improve quickly. So, and I'll also note, yo, look, I'm not Kizzy K, I'm not Diaphone, I'm not Daigo, I'm not some big tournament player, but I feel like these are things that are not necessarily like exclusive to that tier of player. I've been playing Street Fighter since I was like 7. So, I mean, I've been playing fighting games literally my entire life, and you learn a couple things, especially when you endeavor to play with stronger players than yourself, which takes a lot of courage, trust. Going to tournaments and like just kind of sitting down next to somebody who you know is like a grand champion and be like, hey man, could you play a couple sets with me? Yeah, you know, and then because you know you're going to get absolutely, positively just like washed clean. But that's kind of the point, right? Because where else are you going to be able to just get that kind of access to players like that, you know? So whether you win or lose the dang tournament, just being there and being kind of having enough fortitude to show up and play those kinds of players and befriend those kinds of players is incredibly helpful if you're trying to improve. But there's a lot you can do on your own too, but you kind of have to know how to look at this stuff and where to look at this stuff. And so, I mean, I'll just kind of do what I would do, and I'll explain as best I can as we go. And if anyone who eventually watches this has any questions, you know, hit me up in the comments, or, you know, I got my socials and stuff on my YouTube channel. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions, you know. But I'll also, I try to mention other avenues and stuff too, because I like to share, because I'll tell you what, there's some really excellent content out there on a lot of these topics already. And if I may digress one more time before we really get into this, one thing that I truly know is that there's there's a breadth of content out there for people who already have done this. They've kind of tread this path. They've got these answers already. You just happen to find my video maybe before you found theirs. So I try to shout out and cite where I get information or ideas from, because there's a lot of great content out here. And once you understand how to better kind of digest what you're being fed, either through your own gameplay footage or watching matches online and on YouTube, there's a bunch of different channels like High Fight and stuff like that, where you can just watch players play like boxing tape. And it's its own kind of interesting way to consume the content of the game, but it's really helpful not just to watch players who are way better than you, but to definitely watch yourself and see how those two things differ. So anyway, enough of that. I feel like I lost my point, but anyway, the overall point being, we're gonna figure out how this dude was kicking my butt, and we're gonna hopefully try to come up with at least 2 or 3 things that we can take into our next ed match that might kind of turn off some of those options that were giving us trouble. So first things first, let me figure out. Let me switch my monitors here, because I was looking up at my my OBS feed, which is uncomfortable because it's really high up. My monitor's like up, my OBS is up there, and my game screen is down here in front. And I hadn't switched over to my game screen yet, so let's do that first and foremost. I don't think this will be a particularly long stream. I might be in the mood to play once I kind of have warmed up practicing a couple of these things. It would be nice to be able to pop in and get, at least an ed or 2 to try these things out against. But I know there's some other stuff I kind of want to work on too, in terms of new Akuma routes that are a little more meter efficient, because I felt yesterday when I played with my friends, and was also kind of told too that you might want to not spend so much meter in these particular circumstances, so I'll spend less time in burnout, which is awful with Akuma. So he's right. Let me see here. Where are we going? I thought there was an option for viewing your replays right from this list. I could also be mixing games up here, but if it's not here, that's okay. We'll just go back out. But I swear it was here. Simple training settings. Maybe it was under matchmaking settings. Maybe. Fighter profile. I don't see it. So here, we're not going to belabor the point. We'll go back to mode select, and we'll go into CFN. I love this game, but these menus, because it's hard, I know, because they cram so many options and so much information into this interface. You can only do so much, and I'd rather the options be there, but man, oh man, so these menus are labyrinthine, my guy. And I wish some of it were a little more intuitive to get at. I swear I can do this. I can get to this area from training mode. Anyway, we will worry about that another time. Let me see. Search. Follow players. Replays. There we go. Replays. Those are not me. My replays. These are... Oh, these are... Okay, it's showing my friends. How do I... There we go. Left stick. Okay. There we go. Oh, I'm so glad that the pad works along with the arcade stick. That's so helpful. All right, let's see here. Shut down. I just want to see my replays. So first things first, when you go in, you can just turn on your replays and just play the stuff that involved you. So we did a lobby for a few hours, and as you can see, I had two friends who were playing Ed. One mains Ed, and the other one was just kind of, you know, going in and doing Ed stuff. But these last matches against A Ward 34, my friend Alex, he mains Alex, and as you can see, there's a lot of victorious Ed there. I got a couple games here and there, but man's was cooking. So I just want to look at a few of these at varying stages of our sets. I wish it was a little easier to denote which set was which. You can count them out, but that's kind of a pain in the ass. But at any rate, let's see here. So that was Flexo, who's still a very, very strong player. But he wasn't. He's a strong overall player. He can pick up any character and like beat you if your fundamentals aren't on point. He'll expose you. Alex though can do that, and he knows real nasty Ed nonsense. And the Ed nonsense is what we need to kind of like build some countermeasures for, because we're reaching a point where most players who play these characters are going to start exhibiting these things, and so we got to be able to, stop it before stop the bleeding, stop that nonsense before it gets started. So, we'll just choose one. I think I'll watch. Screw it. We'll keep it simple. We'll just watch the last three. I mean, they're all pretty indicative of what was going on. And then I might watch one just where I won, just to kind of see how different that was versus when I wasn't. Yeah. So let's start here. We'll just work our way back in time. Let's see here. Watch replay. Commentary settings off. Okay, yeah, we don't need that. Boom. Let's go. All right. Put up a fight. Round one. I don't know what the sound just did. Something weird. Oh, before we. Can I not pause this? Okay, there we go. All right, so first things first. One thing I love about this game's replay feature that a lot of games seem to be doing. Like Tekken does it too. You can turn on frame data and attack data, so you can see what was pushed, when it was pushed. I think it even shows you for how many frames the attack was held. If you really want to get that in the weeds about it, you don't really have to though. In fact, I might turn that off because we don't really care about that. We care about frame data right now because I want to see where the gaps are. And you can see that numerically in real time by understanding the frame data. Let's see here. We'll display all. Yeah. All right. Cool. We'll start it over. Ready yourself. Round one. All right, so we can pause with X. All right, cool. So as I watch this stuff, I'm going to go through and I'm going to pause from time to time, and I think I can rewind just to kind of get an idea of, like, if I see something that I don't understand, that's when you take a minute, stop or slow down, and you can go frame by frame to kind of figure out what happened. So let's do that. Okay. All right. Okay, I was getting popped by EXDP a lot. That's all on me. I was choosing wrong in situations. Sometimes when you're going to put pressure on an opponent and you don't really have a safe jump or something that you did, you kind of just have to roll the dice, and either he'll spin the meter or he won't. It's kind of a guess. But had I blocked there, I'd have probably done a crap ton of damage. I might have maybe not killed him, but it'd have been close. But that's okay. Okay, that's -5 and -6. So those are like fireballs, in essence, at least from that distance, which we're going to test to see if that number changes. Like, because sometimes moves, when you hit further out, the frame data changes because it travels. And so you're recovering while the move is still, you're already set and recovered English, while the move is still kind of traveling to the opponent, and so basically the hit or block stun is later than it would normally be when you're point blank, and there is no travel time. So food for thought. Let's see here, because I'll let it roll here in a second, but like his flicker jabs are chewing me up. Like he had nasty gaps and pressure and stuff, and he said that there were things, but it sounded like really complicated. So I didn't want to overload my brain and my mental stack while we were in the middle of a set, because that's the easy way to get steamrolled real quick, because you're too busy thinking about the wrong stuff. Anyway. Okay, probably could have done a little bit more there combo-wise. I could have definitely done more there. Could have got a knockdown. Okay, that's a setup. I wasn't ready for that. That looked like a frame kill or something. He did that little... Oh, I gotta stop being so active. He did like a little series of punches in the corner there. And then he did something else. I think that was a frame kill. I don't think that was like a mistake or anything. Oh, got me. And for those, a frame kill is when you pause them, or not pause, you do a move on your opponent's knockdown to literally kill or eat up frames as they're waking up, so that it kind of self or perfectly times another move. So like you do a frame kill, like he did that flicker series, and then I think he did like it's another punch or something like that to kind of help time that actual attack you wanted to land, that punch, with my wake up, you know, because otherwise if you just do the punch, you kind of got to wing the timing, and that can get real dangerous. So frame kills can kind of help normalize situations that are otherwise kind of just, you gotta hope you push the button, and that's a lot to ask in a game that moves as quickly as a fighting game, let alone Street Fighter, where that stuff is really where the stuff really matters. So all right. Okay. Probably could have got some with a neutral jump instead of that back jump there. Oh man, so he was cleaning me up. And this is where it got nasty. I think he had some cool, interesting corner pressure stuff that he was working on, and it was gnarly. So I'm going to, how do I frame advance this here? So I'm just gonna do this just so I can see what's going on a little bit better here. So he's mad plus 36 there. And then Ed's animations make it really hard to tell sometimes where he's going, because he kind of shuffles his feet very erratically as he's moving. So it's hard to see where in the animation he even is. So he's charging up. That was heavy punch, charged heavy punch, -2. In fact, I think I will actually turn on attack data just so I can see. I don't have to guess what attack he's doing. I can see it. Uh-oh, did it turn on? Oh, input history. That's what I wanted to see. There we go. Cool. Yeah, that was charged heavy punch. So he backs up because he's -2. He's giving me space to do something wild, like a sweep. So we traded. All right. I jump out. He throws me back in. I knew that was kind of risky. That's hard to respond to in this game for some reason. I feel like I get that a lot. Okay, I forgot what I pushed. I pushed a jab and it wouldn't have reached, and so he just clocked me. So it was what it was. All right, so yeah, I feel like the corner for sure is where I was really getting chewed up, and by both players really, because trying to look for throw shimmies, and that flicker pressure. Ugh, gross. Nasty business. All right, let's watch this one.
Ready yourself.
Ready yourself. Oh, I tried it. That was a well-spaced jump by him. Okay, that was a setup. Actually, can I can. back it up just a second. Oh, he did a setup off of that knockdown. I wanted to see what it was. So we're gonna slow-mo this. Okay, fireball. Okay, yeah, he jumped that. That was a good spacing. And truthfully, I might have gotten that had I done a faster DP. I did heavy punch, which is why he had that black trail, because I wanted to hurt when I get you. And usually heavy punch works. In this particular circumstance, maybe I could have got him if I'd done light, because it's faster, like at least by a couple frames. Can I turn on? Okay, I can't get the frame. There's a frame bar that you can get in training mode that I thought you could get here. That's not the case. That's okay though. Honestly, it makes it easier to see the fight anyway, so I'm not gonna trip. All right, so he hits me with a punish counter. EX flicker, boys. Dash up. Okay, so he. Oh, that's right. He can, I think, charge his flickers and dash up. He can like either forward dash or back dash off of them, and that made him plus 11. So he could have done whatever he wanted. Nice, 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 nice. And he did. I think that was jab, crouch jab, stand jab, into light flicker, or medium flicker, excuse me. Oh, wow, that works. Cool. Dash up. 3 jab sequence into flicker. Superman punch, -3. So he's safe. I took my turn. And he respected it. He didn't really have to. I think if he would have jabbed there off of my -1 move, he probably could have. But the thing is, it's a jab. I can chain those. So that's kind of builds in that level of respect. You know, most people don't just push one, you know, because you can always push 2. In fact, I probably should start doing that to try to see if I can catch people being dishonest with a much safer move. I've kind of conditioned myself to just doing 1 and waiting to see what they do, but that might be like one small little thing I can mix up to kind of like, all you want is the hit, you know, and then you want to be able to confirm off that hit, but you want as many opportunities as you can that are just kind of automatically things that you do, that you just do with slightly more intention, and then that gives you a lot more options. Like, it's crazy. Like, that one little thing, doing that deliberately, will probably net me at least 1 or 2 more situations that are favorable for me in a game, especially if I can finish the combo afterwards. But if nothing else, bop, bop, if I hit him with the jab, I'm plus. So I get a free turn, even if it's just another free jab, you know, another way to create pressure. And if he was doing anything and he wasn't just getting hit neutral, I'm probably plus enough to where I could do a medium punch and be actually plus again. So that's getting super duper in the weeds, but the more you do this, the more you can kind of think of those things, because you don't really care about the numbers. All you really care about is the situation. You want to be plus. That means that as long as you push the right button in a situation where you're plus, like that button he just pushed was -3, so it's my turn now. He's kind of far away though, so me doing an attack that would actually meaningfully like beat whatever he would push, kind of dicey. Like stand light kick, I think, which is 5 frames, which in this particular scenario, since I'm +3, I recovered 3 frames faster than him. My 5-frame light kick would then be a 2-frame move, and here's nothing he could do to beat that other than doing something that's invincible, like a super or an OD uppercut, psycho upper. So that's a lot to think about in the moment. So you simplify it down to where you just, if you understand that, like, if I block this move from him, I can push this button, and you throw out the rest of it eventually, because none of it's not immediately relevant for you, and it's a lot to think about. So you want to kind of distill these things down to like call and response. He did this, I can do this. And if he doesn't know and he tries to push something else, he's going to get clipped. And if he gets clipped, I just finish my combo. So Akuma, off of some of his attacks, has a lot of things that can keep him safe. Off of light, it's a little dicey, but if nothing else, you can get a fireball, and most people would respect that. They won't try to like do anything through that. You can just take your chip or your drive gauge damage in this case, and that's it. Or it combos and great, bam, bam. They just lost, 2 or 3, 400 or 500 health or whatever. So not everything's got to be a big giant conversion. Sometimes all you get is one thing into a super or a special move, you know, or a super if you're on point enough and you just, you know, you just have that practiced out enough, you know. But again, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Let's continue here. Okay, caught him lacking. That was a bold heavy kick, because the heavy kick is 13 frames. So it was still a 10 frame move. He would have done anything faster, he might have beat me, but you know, I caught him. That's fine. And then I dropped my combo. I should have done stand medium kick, because stand medium kick is if you hit with stand heavy kick, you're like +7, which medium kick, stand medium kick is also 7 frame startup. So that combos naturally, it links. Crouch medium kick is 8 frames. I gave up the ghost there, you know. So now it's his turn again, because I'm -6. He respected, and he took his turn with a 4 frame button. Good sweep, he walked up, caught me pressing, and he knew, or had an inkling that I was going to respect the throw after respect the situation and block after he walked up and did that sequence, which was truly the case. And he did it again. And this, I was losing a lot to this because Akuma's squishy. And then, see? Accurate. Dummy.
What? Done already? I got a lot left in the tank. Round 2. Fight.
Yeah. Yeah, throws are gross. Ooh, I want to do that. There we go. Okay. Walk up. So he's minus off of all that, but not minus enough to be punishable. So I could have taken a turn, but they're all light attacks and you can cancel those. So there's a chance if I put something out and he puts the right special move out, it's trapping whatever I would push. So I kind of have to respect that, even though I know numerically it's my turn. But then he does that flicker move, and that's -5, but I don't have anything that can hit him that is fast enough to take advantage of that. So, you know, he's safe for all intents and purposes because of the spacing. Okay, try to poke with a couple fireballs here. Because you see, like, I was talking about that earlier about, like, how, you know, certain attacks, the travel distance can make a move that is normally unsafe, safe, because I was throwing the fireballs at that distance. Thankfully, he didn't jump, because he could have made life very bad for me. But I've been anti-airing him, so it probably, you know, he was thinking twice about it too. You know, it's a couple blocked fireballs. But anyway, yeah, the travel of the fireball allows me to stay safe from that distance. Oh, as long as they don't jump. So I was reluctant to throw because he was moving in, and I know he can jump fireballs really well, so. But that opens me up. There's nothing stopping him from throwing these punches now besides me putting something out. And as you can see, that wasn't really going well for me. Got a nice clean hit there. I didn't have to spin that. I could have double dashed up. I get a guaranteed double dash up. I think I was just trying to, like, give him a different look, something kind of unique, you know, just to give him another layer of, oh God, what's he doing? To think about, does he know something I don't know? Sometimes you know, you got to do stuff like that just to, so you don't, yeah, I guess you don't have to, but it helps you be a little more unpredictable if you can do things like that and still keep them relatively safe. But truly, I didn't have to spin the meter there. There's enough of a mix-up off of just a double dash up to where I think I might stop doing that. Also, what a backdash. What a beautiful backdash. But, I think, what did he push? He pushed heavy punch, and I pushed jab. So, caught him with the combo. I stopped for it. I don't know why I stopped there. I had the knockdown. I was probably in my head floundering, thinking too far down the line. But I could have got the knockdown and he would have been in the corner. Let's see how this plays out. I went for a throw and now it's not looking so great because that boy has full meter and he knows how to use it. Here we go. Watch this nonsense. Okay, I got lucky there. That combo goes, he can go all the way across the screen. All right, what do? I try to drive rush. Oh, see, I should have done something much safer. I was trying to clip his legs, but even then, crouching medium kick would have been the option. That was a complete Hail Mary. I wanted the knockdown so I could set up some stuff, but I would have gotten plus frames anyway. I should have done crouching medium punch. Or if I wanted a low, crouching medium kick. All right, well. Because I'm still -8. And he punished. Yeah, only certain buttons are plus off of drive rush. And you really gotta keep, it's not hard to know. There's only like, 3 or 4 generally good options that you want to be spending meter on if you're trying to drive rush in and then push something. Either you're pushing specific buttons because they're plus, but also if they're plus, they're usually, in most cases, at least as plus, if not more so on hit than they would normally be. The numbers are different for each character, but there's at least 1 or 2 buttons that you're going to want to go to, and so that just turns off all those other options, and except for like rare, very specific circumstances of what you're trying to do something freaky deaky, which generally should be very, very, very sporadic. You get a lot of mileage out of playing clean, which has been a kind of big problem for me because I like to be expressive. I like to do wild shit because it's fun. Hang on 1 second. Hello? Oh. I think my roommate was leaving, or he was answering the door or something. My door pressure had me thinking somebody was knocking. Anyway, never mind. I digress. Let's carry on. Let's watch the next one. But yeah, keep it clean, I guess, would be the too long didn't read version of all that rambling I just did. All right. We're going to watch this one. Then we'll watch one where I won just to kind of see how different the rounds looked, Spoiler alert, probably not very different except for like a couple situations.
Round 1.
Ooh, with a DP. We're going to slow-mo this. I like watching in slow-mo just so I don't have to work so hard to like stop. You can just let up off the button and it freezes. And you can tap it to kind of inch it forward, or you can hold it and you get slow-mo, which is nice. So I punished this sweep with crouch medium punch into medium punch adamant flame. You can dash up twice, and generally you take space if they back rise. If they just normal rise, you get a heavy punch afterwards. You can walk up a little bit, but you're not, it's a gamble. If you try to attack off of a back rise, best to just kind of take your space. And I'm still kind of figuring out where Ed's is. Like, I know he can flicker. I'm trying to account for that. I want to stand just outside of that range and kind of threaten inward. Let's see what he does. Yeah, there we go. That was good spacing. That's what I'm talking about. That option, though, I have full meter or full OD meter. I could have hurt him real bad and pushed him to the corner there. I think if nothing else, even if I didn't want to spin the meter, I could have done like a crouch medium kick, medium punch adamant flame to get the corner push. And then dashed up again, lather, rinse, repeat, Tatsu is a good option too, as long as they're standing. I don't think medium kick Tatsu off of that or light kick Tatsu, because if you guess wrong or you respond incorrectly and they're crouching, you're gonna die. So I've just kind of turned those off outside of situations where I can enforce the stand with a stand medium kick or crouch heavy punch. Those force stand, and I can always get a Tatsu. Or situations where I just happen to notice, oh, he's definitely standing, then I'll get my Tatsu. Especially if I was kind of like, I don't need to spin this meter. But yeah, moving on. That's okay. So I hit him with the crouch medium kick. I think I think I did this because I wasn't expecting that to be a hit. I was completely prepared to just take the advantage, the frame advantage. That's all I really wanted. So I did it anyway. It was what it was. I could have made him hurt, but you know, it's hard to be prepared for all of that at once. Sometimes you got to make hard decisions and stick to them, because otherwise you're not ready for anything, because you're trying to be ready for everything. So, all right, what did I do? Got frame advantage. I crouch jab. I would have been better off, I think, just doing crouch medium punch there, because I'm +4 off of the chop. Yeah. Man, I think you're consistently +4 off of the chop. So I think next time I do this, I'm going to just default to crouch medium punch. Let's see here. Oh, boy. Yeah, that was a mistake. I think I wanted... It was either fireball or medium punch adamant flame. I can see by the motions, my stick was going all over the place. I was a little frazzled, probably because I realized I could have hit him, and then I was going through that thought process in real time as the rest of the match was happening, which is not good. You got to be able to shake that stuff off. Okay, we got a trade. All right, got lucky there. Put a fireball on him just to take up some space. Fireball's back. I jump. Air fireball. He was ready. He was so ready for like all of that stuff. All right. I sensed there was a gap there. I'm gonna back this up real quick. I want to see where that gap actually was. Okay, air fireball. DP. He did flicker, drive rush. That is stand medium punch, which is -5. Wow, that sucks. Oh, +3. There it is. +3. I did jab and he did medium punch. Okay. I got lucky there. I got the hit. I think I tried to drive rush up. I did not. That's okay. Yeah. A little far away. -8. So that flicker combo is -8. So I gotta remember to punish that. Crouch medium punch. Maybe fireball. Burned himself out, and I ran headfirst into a projectile.
Done already? I got a lot left.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, let's see here. Oh, good jump. Dash up. B +9. Going for the throw. Oh, he didn't go for the throw. I went for the throw. He hit his jab combo. All right. Wow. -12. I could have punished him there, but I went for jab. I thought jab would reach. It did not. I'm gonna back that up just so I can get a closer look at what he did. Okay. And this is where it gets kind of rough. You got to be able to turn off your feelings here. Like, yeah, getting beat all this time sucks. You know, all these times, that was awful. Not really, though. Not really. I mean, I guess you can look at it that way, but it's just practice. You know, it's like if you're learning how to play tennis or basketball or any other sport. I mean, I know this is a little more difficult to look at as a sport, but I feel like thinking about fighting games that way kind of makes it easier to learn them, because you don't, all this pressure's not like, you don't feel like there's something wrong with you because you didn't beat this dude who's clearly good. You know, you get it out of your head like, yeah, but I'm good at video games. I'm like, yeah, man, but are you good at football and basketball and soccer and taekwondo and jiu-jitsu? No. Okay, well, I mean, even moderately good players at this game have put in time, like they're learning karate or taekwondo. It's all here and here, but the same mindset is there. You know, it's not like picking up Mario or Elden Ring, games that were kind of like tuned to be beatable like that. You're fighting a whole ass another person who does not want to lose, you know, and most of them are going to come at you as hard as they know how. and some of them are real good, and they really know how to make it hurt. And you can't take that personally. It's hard not to take it personally sometimes because those ass whoopings feel very real. Especially if you're like me and you get kind of almost more upset at yourself because you're making mistakes that are very clearly unforced errors. But oftentimes a lot of stuff boils back down to not going over your footage, not going over your losses, not understanding why these things are happening to you, and then not practicing them or putting them into actual play. I'm real bad at that. I love learning the numbers and the frame data and the meta and all that stuff. It's interesting, because there's so much to discuss. As much as I love playing these games, I go through times where I don't really want to play them like that, and I kind of let that take over, and so I'll sit and not play. But the problem is I play with people who play pretty regularly, and I live in like one of if you want to play competitive Street Fighter, SoCal is one of the best places you can be to play competitive Street Fighter, even in these after times, post-COVID nonsense. So then there's that. So it's hard to try to play with any sort of intent or with competition in mind, and you can't half-ass it. You can't just show up or you can, but you're gonna to expect any different than like losing consistently is against players who are more practiced than you is that's on you, and you got to be able to take responsibility for that sort of stuff, but not to get too in the weeds about the mental state of things, but understanding that does help make this a little bit easier to digest, because I can look at this and I feel nothing. I'm just trying to look for spots where I can learn to respond to the different moves and things like that. Just trying to, so I'm not thinking, I have to learn the Ed matchup. Well, no. Well, yes, but no, you have to learn a couple things because you might have been doing a lot of that matchup right. Where you have to find are the pain points. Like, I lose consistently when he does this, or that other thing, or that other thing. What can I do against those things? So instead, now you're looking at 3 things or 3 scenarios, as opposed to this monolith of a matchup, and you feel like you got to learn all his normals. I got to know all of his friends. No, you don't. Know the important things. Know where you get to push back, and know when you know what you can respond to, everything else becomes a no, and you just don't. You don't take unnecessary risk. Sometimes will it work? Absolutely, because you're playing a human being, and they can't do everything perfectly all the time, just like you can't. But if you choose appropriately when and when not to respond to things, it makes it simpler as a whole for you, and it gives you more bandwidth to think about other parts of the matchup. Like, what is this dude even doing? What is he not doing? I know that move is pretty good with this character, and this guy hasn't done it yet. I fight Zangiefs all the time who never command grab, which is freaking wild to me in a game like this when he does a third of your life bar. Why would you play that character to not command grab? I don't understand. But anyway, it happens. So, why would I be afraid of command grabs in that matchup if the guy's not even doing it, So, stuff like that. And this is from experience. I psyched myself out constantly in Street Fighters and other fighting games past, trying to be prepared for everything this character can do and not ever paying attention to what was actually happening to me. And I'd be mystified. Why is this dude beating my ass? Because you're not fighting him. You're fighting, some weird concept of what this character is supposed to be, and this dude is doing none of that. And you're just not paying attention to what he is or isn't doing, and so you get beat. Trying to beat things that he's literally not even doing. So don't do that to yourself. Take a couple times. This is taking a long time because I'm stopping to talk every 15 damn seconds. But in real time, when you're doing all this stuff in your head, 10, 15 minutes, and you can go through a whole set and come away with, even if you don't take notes, some people write stuff down. If that helps you, do it. But otherwise, just mental notes. Walk away with a couple things I noticed 3 times over the series of sets, this dude was just he was always hitting me with this one particular setup. And now I know it's not even real. It's -5. I can push a button. For instance, you know, what I'm talking about now is hypothetical, not what's actually going on screen, but all that matters, you know. It helps just break these things down into bite-sized little chunklets that are much easier to implement into your game plan, as opposed to trying to learn everything about this character. You know, it's like how people get like all freaking spooked at Tekken tier lists, or not tier lists, character move lists. Same energy, you know. Not necessary. Don't freak, man. Don't freak out, man. Yes, exactly. The scrub killer component is so important. Know what is the biggest threat? Honda headbutt. Exactly. 100%. You know, and if you don't do, and then you kind of, once you make them stop that thing, then they kind of show you more. You know, you get to learn, what is this dude? Does he know anything outside of this headbutt? Does he even know, does he know butt slam exists? Is he not doing that? That might be a worse move, you know. So yeah, exactly. You know, but if you never take the time to kind of like explore why you were losing to a thing, then you just get beat up. Excellent observation, my friend. And now I will shut up. All right, so with medium punch, I respond with medium punch. He walks backwards and he staggers. Ooh, he was getting me with those damn stagger steps, bro. So much. So much. I felt like, and it's like watching it back, clearly he was in throw range, but I swear he was like 1,000 yards the other direction when he was throwing me. Then in actual real time during the match, I'm like, you cheating son. Hi, Dan. You cheating son, bitch. Alex, I'm gonna get you. And then he throw me again. Well, not there, because I hit him in the face. I should have done two there. I don't know why I do that. Sometimes I'm like, I think I might have been thinking medium punch and hit heavy punch. Anyway, me stupid. Continue. All right. Panic drive rush. Or drive impact. Fireballs. Whoa, whoa. Well, you got glitcheroos. That's freaky looking. I was ready for that jump. And that's another thing, anti-airs. You have to be able to anti-air as much as you can. You ain't gotta hit everything. But if you can DP that shit, DP that shit. All right, take some space. Check another one. Oh, what a jump. Oh my God, he was getting me with those. That fireball's freaking me out, brother. That was stupid. I was out of options. I was like, I don't freaking know no more, man. Yep. What did I push? Crouch medium kick, yep. He just walked up and smacked me in the mouth. I saw he's burned out. I was really trying to look for a spot where I could kind of do what he did to me. You know, he hit me with the jab. I was just looking for a free spot because he was burned out. But that only matters if you're putting block or block pressure on him. So he presented no clear openings. And unfortunately, me trying to snipe his feet. Maybe if I'd have done crouch light kick instead. But, you know, we make our choices. All right. Let's pop back down here. Let me see here. Let's watch this one. I actually want this one. Let's see how different this looks compared to what we just watched. And then we'll take it to training mode and we'll do some stuff. All right. Let's see here. Just in case he dashed up. He didn't. Oh. Let's go. Dash up, dash up. I gotta stop doing that. If I want to swing there, I gotta think about what I'm doing next. Like, he was crouching. I need to just try to take some frame advantage there, no matter what. Like, heavy punch would be great. I think in that circumstance, if I want to push anything, well, I think heavy punch is the natural response there. But if I want to see if I can work out something to get a medium punch where I get more frame advantage. Some sort of frame kill or something. Nice. I didn't believe. DP? Oh, back heavy kick. I didn't cancel though. Gotta start doing that more. That's okay. I got the hit. The situation is favorable for me. Good catch. Thought I could block in time. I tried to jump out of that. That was foolish. Hit that boy in his tibula. Hit him with the Heimlich maneuver. Oh, thought he might. Oh, see right. Okay, that's okay. I got the throw, but I could have finished that combo. Which reminds me, I don't know the Oki off of that, so I gotta explore that too. Okay. Good throw. Yeah. And even Alex said the other day, he's like, yeah, drive impacting that stuff is good. So I gotta figure out points. I gotta figure out where I can get that most consistently. I don't want to deal with that crap. I want to make Ed feel like his snatcher is completely worthless. Because I understand how to deal with all the options. Or most of them, you know. You're not going to get all this in one fell swoop. You know, sometimes you got to lab a couple different times. Oh, see. If I'd have done heavy punch, it'd have been different. Or medium punch. Drive rush, medium punch. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Wasn't sure if he was gonna cross up or not. So hit him with the jump light. Caught me lacking. He gave me space. So might as well chuck a little plasma. Did he catch me? He did. Oh my god. Alright, yeah. Wow. Had I pushed anything, he'd have cleaned my clock. So, it be what it be. Alright, so yeah, I mean, honestly, it looked about the same. You know, sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes it boils down to just a couple mistakes. You know, he won this exchange, whereas if he hadn't, you know, the game would have looked very different. You know, but that's just it. If you're going to play these games, you got to kind of understand that, like, sometimes this stuff hinges on literally one mistake, and you cannot take it personally if you choose incorrectly, because, hey man, it's a game. You know, there is a bit of risk reward there. There's a bit of variance, and luck definitely matters. So, you know, don't and I'm saying this to myself too. You know, this is being recorded, so I can go back and look at some of this stuff too. But, you know, as a former recovering serial self-asser whooper, you gotta be kind to yourself, and, like, instead of, you know, getting furious that you are unable to fix the problem, instead try to woosah and then take time to actually put in the work and find the solution. Because here's the thing, right? Let's say there isn't a solution. Let's say that opponent did something to you that was just so other fucking worldly that there was literally nothing you could have done. That is a solution. There's nothing you could have done. There's no need to fret about this thing, which means you have to back up a step by watching your footage and seeing what happened just before that. Could you do something about that situation? No? Was that also some kind of otherworldly, is this dude just God's gift to fucking whatever character he was playing? Maybe he is. Can you back up another step to help prevent yourself from getting in that situation? Eventually, you're going to back up enough steps to where you can find a point where if you made a slightly different decision, then what happened to you would not have happened. And, you know, and you start from there, you know, and then that nullifies all that other stuff. This is simple. It is not easy, especially when it comes to actually doing it in match. Doing it in training mode, once you found the solution, is easy. Responding properly in match is nerve-wracking, and that's part of the game. That's part of the appeal, you know? Being able to respond with these crazy-ass response. Let me pick Ed so we can throw stuff at Akumers here.
You're in for a show.
Are you worthy of death?
You know? At least that's the goal, right? These are all goals. These are all aspirational things. You're not going to be able to just, oh, I know the answer now, so therefore I will never, ever, 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 ever in a million years fuck it up ever again. Yes, you will. You're going to fuck it up and more while you're trying to figure out how to fix what's wrong. Brian F. made a whole video about that, which I might throw up in the not comments. Or yeah, comments. Comments are the description of the video once it goes live or whatever, because that video is incredible. You know, he talks about a Reddit user who, you know, was going through and trying to level up and learn new stuff and was getting his butt kicked while he was doing different stuff. And like, that's real. Because, you know, it's not in your hands. It's not automatic. It's not just a response. You know, you're having to think about these things, which slows you down. You know? So, really, you shouldn't be getting mad at yourself there. You should be taking note, and then if you can drill it, like in situations like this, like what I'm going to do here, I'm going to set Akuma to block. First things first. Dummy behavior, we're going to set him to crouch, or we can stay crouched. It doesn't matter. Actually, no. We'll set him to block all and switch block so that if something is low, actually, no, we're going to set him to stand. Set him to stand, and we'll switch to switch block. That way, things that hit low, he'll have to crouch. So if we see him physically crouch, we know it's a low. Easy peasy. So first things first. Since we're here, let's just go over the basics. Edge jabs are -1. All of them. No matter that sequence of punches, they all look different. They are all the same exact frame data. I love that they do this, though. That looks so fly. It's like Jamie's like little 6-step kick with his light kick. Let's crouch punch. So he's got a standing and a crouching 4-frame jab. Standing is -1, so it's a little less minus. Crouching jab, because it's a low, is -3. Because a low that's -1 on block is kind of stupid. It's a little busted. So this move is a little more inherent risk. So it's -3. So if I see him do this and nothing else, is it cancelable? It isn't, or at least it doesn't appear to be. So he can chain this into itself, but it's still -3. Now, I'm going to stop right there. We're going to try a little something. We're going to go to reversal settings. We're going to go to block reversal. And we're going to go to, we're going to go to crouching medium punch, because this is 6 frames, and if I were going to respond, if I were in a situation where my opponent's -3, thusly I am +3. If it's a +3 situation, my next thought is crouching medium punch, because that button is kind of like one of his party starters. So we'll turn that on, and okay. All right. So notice, he's safe, right? Because he's -3. There's nothing that Akuma can do that will punish that. But if I push another button after that, more importantly, if it's not a chained button, because the reason I probably looked perplexed there for a second was because, well, wait a minute, it's -3. It should be able to blah, blah, yeah, but it's chainable, which is very important, because numerically, if I push, if me as Ed pushes this, and I push another one, it's -3, but that's clearly not -3 with the chain. Now, if I do it, and if I try to link the jabs, there's enough of a gap there to where Akuma can push crouching medium punch. But this is one of those situations where I was talking about, you gotta kind of like, you understand the numbers to figure out how the game kind of like allows you to play around the numbers. So that's kind of a big thing. Being able to cancel buttons like your light attacks like that, because you can't cancel too much else. It's just lights. That kind of makes that number irrelevant, especially if it's a button you can cancel. Like he can cancel his stand jab into moves. He can't cancel that in anything else, but he can cancel it into itself. So what I could potentially do, this is not practical really, but what I could potentially do is if I notice, for instance, and Ed is like, he likes to check me low. I know he can't get any more than 3 if he's point blank range. So what I'm gonna probably do, let me see if I can set Akuma to do this. Can I adjust the activation of the reversal with X? Delay set count settings. I'm going to try, I think if I'm understanding this option correctly, it will wait a certain number of blocked attacks before it throws the button. So what I'm going to try to do is throw 3 jabs. This is why I said this is not practical, because this is some big brain shit. I'm just trying to illustrate a point. We're going to try to throw, we're going to up this number and see at what point I'm being beat. I'm going to mash jab and see at what point Akuma cracks me in the face. Would help if I turned it on, huh? Let's see. Okay. So my hypothesis was that after 3 jabs, I can hit him with this thing, because, you know, he'll be -3 for real there, because he can't chain anymore, because I'm not blocking the moves. Therefore, I should be able to crack him in the mouth, but I can't because it doesn't reach. Playing around the numbers. Numerically, this frame trap only matters if Ed pushes this button literally once, and now it's a frame trap. But it's only a frame trap if I push a button afterwards. If Ed pushes that button once, he is safe. So I would say, again, this is super hyper specific, but if you notice, your opponent likes to do check you low and then put like another button out. Like this is, let me look at the frame data here, which is, it's got a, that's -1. Surely Ed's got like a plus something or other, right? What? Maybe he doesn't. Okay, that's 10 frame startup though. That would not be a good choice. But if for some reason this dude's like, I'm gonna check him low and then I'm gonna hit him high, because, you know, you see, this is what I mean by impractical. Like, there's scenarios where numerically situations can happen where you can beat this move. That's not a move I would challenge, because look at how many layers deep I have to go to even think about trying to do anything back. So you just hold that, take your block. He can't even cancel moves off of this. All he can do is, you know, that was kind of cute. You can like take space and like try to throw you. But if you're ready for the throw, all you have to think about is if he's doing this, especially if he's doing it multiple times. First of all, he's pushing himself further away, so he has to walk further to you to walk up throw, right? That's pretty obvious. His throw range ain't bad though. So that's still a threat. But he has to take risk and walk up. He has to expose his legs, which means if you see them start to do that, like he's checking you low and he walks up and tries to throw, that's the perfect opportunity for you to respond with a crouching light kick. So let's see here, turn that on. Let's see here. Yep. All right, so that's after one. I'm losing. I'm trying to like jab and walk up throw. Now here's the thing. So yeah, even if I don't move, if I try to throw after that, he's minus. I'm getting clipped in my feet. So crouching light kick is looking like a pretty strong button in that particular circumstance. Let's see. Let's set this to. Let's see how far out we can get. Yeah. Aha. All right. Let's see here. Let's set this to 3. Aha. Notice. Now, that button, crouching light kick from me, can lose to that particular circumstance if he does 3 because it spaces him out enough. You know. Now, that's not to say that I can't do like crouch jab, crouch light kick, crouch light punch. It's probably what I would do. But again, layers and layers and layers and layers. That's how this game is built, right? I'm doing this to illustrate that, like, there are generally solutions that you can game out. But just like any science, if it's hard to reproduce, it ain't real. You know? So, like, if something requires you to be like, all right, well, if he does this in this particular circumstance with the wind blowing this particular way at 6 p.m. on a Sunday, if it requires all of that brain power to respond to that, throw it out. Remove that from your repertoire. That is not a move you will be challenging. You will commit to block, and you'll watch for the throw. That is your answer. There are answers for that, but honestly, if this situation is getting you dead, then I mean you're playing. I don't even know what kind of Street Fighter you're even playing at that point. 'Cause that is definitely strong, but you know, don't try to beat that. You defend against it, and you defend against it by blocking first and foremost, and by watching for the grab. You know, so if you're good at teching throws, that won't be that big of a deal for you. But that is your answer. You slot that in for that button. That is how I would respond to that. Most of the lights are going to be about the same, because notice, same scenario. If I do 3 of those, it pushes me out. Now, it appears if I try to cancel that into something else, I can get clipped. But that's on Ed, you know. It's good to know as an Akuma player. Okay, so it looks like if I cancel a little quicker, I can beat him still. But yeah, all the same. All right, so if they're jabbing, default to block and watch for the throw. Automatically block, watch for the throw, you know. Because they may not throw. And they can do nothing. They can just walk back. Or parry. You know, or do some other shit while you're trying to figure out what to do next, you know. But in this particular scenario, lights are built the way they are, to where they're not plus. They're not just like buttons you can push infinitely. Eventually, they'll push you far enough away to where you'll have to do something else that's riskier to reach. Or, you know, in cases like that, like this, he looks like his light kick flicker. Light kick flicker is punishable. I'm trying to hold down back after I do that. Let's see what it is on block. Oops. Oops. Turn that off. No, turn that off. There we go. Yeah, that's -8. He could hit me so much harder. Akuma I could do crouch fierce and I could knock his head off his shoulders for blocking that. But and that target chains in this game are pretty much all that way. It's pretty rare that a target chain is going to be plus or neutral on block. That's super duper rare. All right. So yeah. Let's see. One thing that seems to be interesting, I'll check his command moves here in a moment, but it looks like most characters have at least one medium attack that is plus. Ed doesn't really appear to have that many. Dash off the flicker. Let's see. What else does he have? Okay, yeah. DPs, those are minus. As expected. Anti-airs are generally always like supremely minus. Let's see what else. -5. -12. Okay, so all of his flickers are punishable with jab, if nothing else. So here's what I'm going to do now. Speaking of countermeasures, right? Start with low-hanging fruit. Start with moves that are going to happen a lot. Like that. Just flicker jab, right? Light, medium, heavy flicker jabs. If you block it, can you even punish it? -5, I think it said, was the light one. So what we're going to do, we're going to set Akuma's. We're just going to set him to jab and see if I can do this from max range and get a jab. All right, so do it close. Punish counter. Definitely punishable. Yep, I was holding back. Couldn't do nothing about it. So let's back up a little bit. Let's see if I can still... Bam. All right, punish. Because it moves him forward, right? Yeah, so what we're trying to do, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to see if there is a range at which I can make it an unfavorable situation for Akuma to jab here. And it ain't looking like that's the case. Okay. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, all right. So that, yeah, it's from pretty much any distance it'll actually connect. That's a punish counter. So here's what we now know. If he does, actually, hang on. Turn it off real quick. -3. Okay. So if he does EX flicker or OD flicker, I still get my turn. So and it's -3. So what I might do in that scenario then is, depending upon how much meter he has, because he could OD, he might be able to OD Psycho Upper that. But that's all. He has to spend resources in order to punish me for trying to take advantage of that -3 situation. So Akuma can do a 6-frame move, and short of spending meter, there's nothing that Ed can do about it. If I push a button after he does that medium punch, or as he does that medium punch, let's see if we can get that to work. So we're gonna set him. I'm gonna do EOD punches. I'm going to do. What do I do next? I'm just gonna try to jab after that because I am -3. We're gonna set him to crouching medium punch. Let's see how this works. Counter hit. All right. That's the fastest thing I can do, right? 4 frames. Fastest thing I can do. Yeah. And if he does a perfectly timed, it's not that hard to do, perfectly timed 6-frame button, that's Akuma's party starter. I could die. Like with that, if Ed had that much health, Akuma can 1,000% kill you. You know, without even spending it all. So that is a thing. That's food for thought for me. So in any of his regular flickers, I know I can get a I can take my turn back with a crouch medium punch. For sure. Because that's -5. At best, it's -5. So, yeah, if I mash hard, if the Ed is mashing hard enough, but now let's see if I can spend OD, if I can beat it with, not flicker, but OD that. Let's see if that wins. Ha. See, so how fast is this? So that's 13 frame startup. It's kind of slow, but the first 12 frames of that startup are completely invulnerable. So he's gonna go through whatever. So he can spin meter there, but again, this is where kind of like the layers come in. If you understand that if he does this, he's -3, and the only thing he can do is spin meter. And as Ed knows, I'm gonna try to spin meter after that because this dude likes to push buttons, blah 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 blue. That's kind of a educated guess you can make, right? And if you see him, you can educate yourself even further by watching as the fight progresses. Is this dude using this move a lot? Specifically, is he using this move a lot? Because if he is, you can bait that off of a situation where he might use it. And if you see him do this at least once in a match, Well, first of all, look at how expensive that was for him. Look at how expensive that was for this man. Right? Freaking gross. That's so expensive for him. So it would be impractical for him to do that anyway, unless it was going to win him the game. A smart Ed is not going to spend that much meter on that nothing burger of a situation, right? So in most cases, you can safely take your turn. But if your health is low and he's got meter, that might be an option that you wait more, especially if he's shown that he'll do it, and only if he's shown that he'll do it. Otherwise, don't concern yourself with it, you know? Because, yeah, he might still. But remove that from your mental stack, you know, until it's literally like a game-breaking thing. Like, this dude's clowny enough to do that, like, mid-match when, like, it won't even kill. Let him, because you win. Because he's, you know, and then you pound his drive gauge until it's dust, you know. Now he's burned out. Now he can't even do it. So now your situations are even more in your favor. And now I think because of burnout, that if he does it, you know, if he does anything else now, you can clean the clock even worse. Yeah, because now he's burnout. And so anything you do to him is going to just be even worse. So anyway, and that's without even exploring that. That's a lot too. It's a whole nother kind of like mode a character exists in. So that's 2 moves down that and a couple normals that we've gone over that we now understand a little bit better. And we can now kind of go into match with a bit more of a game plan in mind. Suddenly these moves are a little less scary. You know, that move is like, oh God, you know, he's glowing. He must be plus. No, he's not plus. He's minus. He's safe, but if you know what button to push, because there's only really one that you want to be pushing. Crouch medium punch, right? So now you see this. The answer is now crouch medium punch or nothing, and wait for the throw. Nothing, if your opponent is close enough to throw you, nothing implies you are waiting for the throw, especially against a character like this who has incredibly good shimmies. So now we know if he does any of these flickers, we can go jab, jab, something or other at worst. Now, let's see if we can visually differentiate the difference between jab, flicker. Okay, they are visually distinct. They are all visually distinct. So what you can do, this is a little more work, but you can take the time to go through and learn visually which flicker he's doing. You got 3 hits to see. Because here's the beautiful part. Medium and heavy are both the same frame disadvantage. They're both minus 12, which means you only got to learn 2 things. So he's either really 1. I mean, if you don't care about getting a punish on the light, but you always get a light punish because he's always going to put himself point blank range with you if he does his move. And if you block it, you can go jab, jab, something, 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 get your knockdown, get your pressure. Period. You don't got to get any fancier than that yet. But if you begin to recognize he's doing those, Akuma, his stand fierce punch is 9 frames. He can get a whole ass drive rush just health bar draining combo. If he just happens to notice that you're doing this and he's got full meter, right? Watch. I'll turn on heavy punch. Blow. Punish counter. Oh, brother. And it's minus 7 off of that punch. So that means I can do crouch medium punch. I can do either of the medium punches. I can do stand medium kick. I can do any of the jabs if they'll reach, you know, but I mean, at that point, I'm going for big damage. I can do, like heavy, we'll worry about that. But the point is, like, whatever you can do off of stand fierce, if you see him do medium or heavy punch, flicker, and you block it, light his ass up. Even if it's just a light combo, don't let him get away with that. Effectively turning that move off. As long as you're on point and you're looking for that, but you now pared it down to like a couple different things that you even respond with. That's what training mode is for. Combos and are all well and good. And part like doing the combo effectively off that is important. Like setting the dummy to do the move in question and then actually punishing with the combo so you understand how it feels to do in match before you get in match is important because it just eliminates a whole ass step. You don't gotta try to like workshop the combo mid game. You already know what you're supposed to do. And from what I'm finding, more often than not, the combos don't really change that much. You just differentiate the button you start with, especially if there's drive rush. You can always kind of massage your combo into place and get the button that you need, which is beautiful. This game feels very freeform, and I really have come to enjoy that. You know, some characters do it easier than others, like Geef is not freeform at all. Really. Akuma can do whatever the shit he wants as long as he's got meter. Ed's got some nonsense too, but I don't really play him. We're kind of learning now, so you know it is what it is. All right, so flickers more or less solved. We have some ideas that we can implement into any Ed fight ever. Excellent. All right, so let's see what's next. DPs we know are punishable. That's like sure you can punishable, 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 punishable. That was light punch. Yeah, they are all uber punishable. Even EX is the most punishable. So yeah, if you see him with that, or if you block it, light it up. All right, so let's see. That's 2 moves down. 2 special moves. What else does he even have? Command list. So Psycho Spark is his fireball. We've gone over Psycho Uppercut and Psycho Blitz. You know, we have options for those. So we got to go over Psycho Flicker and Psycho Spark and Shoot. Okay, these are all kind of like the same thing. We'll do Kill Rush last. Psycho Flicker and Kill Rush last. Let's do Psycho Shoot now. Or Psycho Spark and Psycho Shoot. Now, my understanding is these are pretty good fireballs. Okay, so this is important because sometimes... Oh, hold up, wait a minute. Okay, so 14 frames. 14 frames startup, 33 frames total. So they are like the startup, the initial, the Psycho... What is it called? The Psycho Spark. All 3 versions are the same. Even OD. OD is the same startup, but it recovers a frame faster, it looks like. That's probably, you know, important in some very particular specific context, but for right now, it doesn't matter unless you want EX Psycho Spark or Psycho Shoot. So, what do we know about Psycho Shoot? You have to do it into forward and a punch to get fireballs. Ed's got different versions. He's got light punch. Fireball is super duper slow. Heavy punch is super fast. And medium punch is somewhere in between. It's kind of leaning more towards the fast version. It does not matter which version of Spark you use. What matters, if you're actually throwing a fireball, is the forward punch you do afterwards will denote what speed you get. And you cannot do OD off of a regular Psycho Spark. So if you want OD Psycho Shoot, you have to do OD Psycho Spark. But then you just do the same thing. You just hit forward in the version you want, which is really sick, actually, because you can do an OD super, like 2D slow hitting boy, and you can dash up behind it. That's sick. Which gives me an idea. What is... So let's see. I was trying to get cute. Okay. Ah, nice. Okay, so yeah, you can do cheeky shit like throw out a super slow one. Excuse me. Throw a super slow one and drive rush up behind it. And the OD slow one is super slow. Yeah. That's gross. Cause look, Ed is a ranged character more or less. She's like mid range. So once you're this close, yeah. All right, cool. Psycho Shoot's kind of cool. All right, so at a glance, you've got Fireball game. Pretty good one because this also has a hitbox. It can do damage. It can do damage, and it can also nullify other fireballs. Let's see here. No. Let's go to... We're not going to do that right now. I got an idea. Reverse selector damage. Let's set him to... Go Hadouken. We'll set him to do a light Go Hadouken after he... Actually, we'll do it after he blocks. We'll turn that off. Since he's already blocking, we don't have to take him off a block for this. Let's go to special moves. Go Hadouken. Turn that bad boy on. Turn that bad boy off. And we're going to chuck a fireball at him, and then we're going to try to destroy the incoming projectile. So we're going to do this. A little late. Or a little early, rather. Yeah, see? So, and you can do it pretty late. You can also cancel in super off of it, but you should be careful not to do that. But yeah, that's pretty wicked. All right, I gotta remember not to do double fireball. So you can like just use it to clear the area. Let's do this. I'm gonna have him do a OD. Go Hadouken. I want to see if OD Psycho Spark will nullify an OD fireball. Because I'm curious. Well, we got to do it first. It does. Okay. Good to know. All right, so... And that's crazy because he still gets a projectile. Here, let's. Oops. All right. So that's kind of bonkers. Let's talk about that for a second. Actually, how much meter does that cost? Does it cost additional meter to do? It doesn't. Yo. That's wild. So for 2 meters, for 1 OD special move, you get 1-2 hits on the Psycho Spark, 1-2 hits on the Fireball, and you get to choose which version of the Fireball you want. All right, that's pretty gnarly. That's something we're going to store in the back of our head when we fight him because he can make life hell. But we're forcing him to spend some meter if he just really has to destroy that fireball. But he can. Knowing that a character can is important, but only if your opponent is actually using the move. So, all right, cool. Interesting science. All right, let's see what's next. Let's see how the numbers look. So point blank range. Yeah, are they all the same? Yeah, Psycho Sparks are all the same. They're -5, so definitely punishable with a light move. So if you block this, jab his ass. Because he can't do nothing back. And it looks like, at least on Akuma, I can't do this unless I catch a limb or something. Like if he sticks a leg out and I do that against like the leg, hitting the extended hurt box on the kick, then I can always punish him. Always. If I block that, I can punish him. Now, let's see here. Turn that off. This is safe. And it looks like the projectile, no, even if you don't use it, you're -2 off of this regardless. So I'm curious. We're going to set Akuma to light punch. I want to see if this punishes the light punch. I'm pretty sure it will. It doesn't. It's a block string. Can I delay that? I can. Okay. So That's what I was curious about. So since there's a gap in between the 2 hits of the OD Psycho Spark and the OD Psycho Shoot, there's a kind of a frame gap. If you're crafty, you can delay the Psycho Shoot just a little bit. It'll still come out, but it gives Akuma time to get his move out. And that was jab, and I punished the jab. So anything slower, anything Akuma does, say for, you know, spin the meter with like an OD reversal, you're going to beat. Good to know. And like, okay, and before I continue on, I think it's important to speak on this. You don't have to remember all of this. This is helpful because I'm doing it on a stream, so it's literally physically recorded, not digitally recorded. You know what I mean? But even still, even if you're just farting around in trainer mode and you're coming upon these things yourself, just seeing it is good. Seeing it repeatedly is better. You don't necessarily have to document this stuff like a journal. If that helps you do it, do it. If that's the kind of person you are, then do it. But like, just know that just discovering these things naturally in trainer mode makes you aware of them. You don't have to remember them all in real time. But as you're playing, the more and more you see this stuff, and especially if you come up with answers to these things, then like your attempting to respond will naturally kind of build the neural connections to make this thing happen for you in actual matches. So just doing the science is good. Reproducing the science is better. Writing the science down, if that helps, do it. Whatever makes this as smooth a process for you as possible. So, yeah. Don't feel like you gotta like, you know, come up with a freaking, you know, science journals worth of notes on these matchup labs. You don't have to do that. All right, so before we are done with this move, I want to see what this move with the fireballs look like. First of all, can I delay these? No, I can't because it's -5 regardless. So he can only do that little cool delay trick if it's EX Psycho Spark. Cool. So I'll turn the jab off real quick. I just want to see what these are on block, if they're all the same or not. -8. -8. All right, so point blank range. -8. Even the fireballs themselves are like point blank range. -8. And the further out you get, obviously, the less minus they are. About here, they're plus. So from back here, where it can kind of swing at you, expect him to throw these at areas where they're at advantage. So here and further back will be good places to throw it, unless you're actually trying to hit your opponent with like the Psycho Spark, because this is the danger zone. Right about here, you're neutral. So mid-screen, you're neutral, but you remember, they can jump on you, so you gotta be ready. But you know, just heavy kick him out of the air. Or I think he's got at least one other option. He's got other stuff he can do. But yeah, get your anti-airs ready about here. Bam, he's got that. Because you can also fake that. You know, if you get your rhythm going, change up your speed, get ready to anti-air. Yeah, that'd take a little work to set up to jump. We'll do that in another stream. But because I wanted to set up some drills and stuff like that too, because that's super helpful too. People like Daigo will set up drills and stuff to have the dummy do certain things at random, so you can practice. Like you can have the dummy set to block the thing and do nothing. You could have them set to like walk around and just like jump, and then you just practice keeping your spacing. Because once you know the spacing, it doesn't really matter where you are on the screen. You know, it's just like, this is your spacing. And so now you just want to try to maintain that spacing as much as you can. You know, if they're moving forward, you want to try to shift a little bit backwards. Don't walk backwards. That's bad. And you're giving them credence to just kind of walk you down into the corner. You want to kind of move strategically to invade their space where it looks like they might throw an attack. And then try to do this at good spaces. And think about the speed you're going to be using this move at in order to get the most out of it. Because you can make them respond with a bad jump by throwing a fast one, throwing a slow one, or not doing nothing and then throw another, you know. That's old Street Fighter 2 stuff, you know. Fireball traps, but the idea is to get them to jump while you're recovered and you can just blam. Because the cool thing about Ed, he's got his light punch DP is stationary. So if you're closer and they jump and they're right on top of you, no problem. But if they're further out, you can see his heavy one and his medium punch stepping way forward. So if you get real good at understanding that range, you can make it hell for people trying to jump at you. Not to mention the fact he's got just like one button anti-airs. You don't even have to do anything. You just hit the button. You don't have to crouch. You just hit the button. That's great. He's a cool character. All right. But anyway, we know his fireballs, if he puts them on you up close, they're -8. From certain distances, the Psycho Spark won't even hit, and there's a gap there. So, you know, that kind of informs us a little bit about what this move actually does. We don't have to be afraid of it. And if he does OD, he's -2. Regular, he's -5 at best. If he does a fireball, he's even more minus. So, you know. And he can't throw, remember, he can't throw an OD fireball off of the regular Psycho Spark. So if you block this, light his ass up. Light punch combo, if nothing else. Jab, jab, tatsu, something or other, because he's standing up, right? With Akuma anyway, stuff that's specific to Akuma, you don't have to worry about whether or not he's standing up or crouching. You just go jab, jab, tatsu, get your combo. All because he got careless. All right. So we've done. Actually, give me 1 second. I'll see where I am on this. All right. I really, really, really hope. I didn't realize it was going to go into another playlist. I hope this jazz music, which I love, by the way, is not going to get me copyright struck. I had that happen on my last video that I did where I was just playing Akuma Ranked, and it was there was a song Honest Eyes by Black Tide, which was the opening theme for Tekken or Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Banger of a song, but I didn't realize it was going to get me copyright struck. Now it doesn't matter right now because I am brain farting is what I'm doing. I'm not monetized, so it doesn't matter. But what I think I might do here, it's a little late now, but I'm going to go ahead and start recording. Yeah. Recording my vocals and stuff for the game. So I have a backup track in case I need to stretch this down. I only have half of it, which sucks. So I'm really hoping that this stays up, and it's, I guess, if worst case scenario, whatever. I just won't monetize it. It would have been cool though, because I hope content like this can be used going forward. That'd be nice, but I'm not gonna trip. As long as people get something out of it, that's the most important thing. But you know, we is kind of a business. Eventually. Moving on. So we've done. Let's see here. We've done. Where we at? Where is the command list? There we go. So we've done Psycho Spark and Shoot. We've done Psycho Uppercut and Psycho Blitz. This we can punish with whatever we want. The heaviest combos Akuma has, you know, off of Fierce Punch. Knock him to the moon. Psycho Shoot, same deal. It's -8 on block. As long as it's a regular Psycho Shoot and it's point blank range. Any further out, maybe don't take the chance. Treat it like any other fireball. Psycho Spark, -5, like light punch combo, jab, jab, light kick. Tatsu. Do a thing. Easy, easy. Psycho Uppercut, super minus. Psycho Blitz, we found the light punch version. Same thing. Jab, jab, Tatsu. Ba, 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 do your thing. Any of the heavy, medium, or heavy version, clean as clock. Heaviest combo you got. It's like 12 or something like that. Clean as clock. Now, the meat and potatoes of all of this is the Psycho Flicker and the Kill Rush Forward and all that stuff, because this move is a doozy. So let's take a look at that real quick. All right, what is that? It is quarter circle forward kick, Kill Rush Forward. Oh, cool. Also, I can command dash off of that with 2 kicks. Nice. Forward or backwards. And he gets follow-ups off of those. All right. Cool, cool, cool. So let's see here. First things first. What does Snatcher look like? So, light punch goes forward. Medium punch goes down at an angle. Heavy goes up. So, light is 6 frames. Is that the same? Point blank range? Yes. Max range, 6 frames. Okay. So, that's normalized. It's like a hit scan, like immediate, instant move once it's out. Cool. And this one whiffs on standing. So, it's truly, heavy is truly just an anti-air. Now, he can hold this, which is cool. Does that change what the move is? Let's see. Oh, okay. Half Wexo, yes, meets and potates. Okay, so if we hold the move, it becomes a kind of command grab sort of thing. It looks like the grab for the light and medium versions is more or less the same. Yeah, 4 frames. Okay. And it doesn't seem to matter where you are. Just 4 frames and you're right in front of them. Does it always pull you point blank range? Let's see. It sure does. All right. So if this happens, you're in Ed's world. And that shit goes far. Oh, okay. So still close enough to throw. It looks like the distance might not necessarily be exactly the same, but I don't think it matters. Because, for all intents and purposes, you're close enough to throw, and that's really all that matters. All right, so let's see. But the frame data is otherwise the same. Use +4 off of that. If I charge this, does it do anything? No, that's probably combo fodder. I'm sure off of like juggles and stuff like that. Or as a really cheeky anti-air, because you can dash off of it, which makes it a lot less scary to just throw out there every once in a while. Okay, let's see here. Where do we go from here? So, heavy doesn't matter. Oh, OD. It's OD. Okay, so it looks like OD is just the same as a charged one, except you don't have to charge it, so it's immediate. I also didn't check to see if there's an in-between state. Because I know like Akuma's fireballs, you can hold it for a little bit and you get 2 hits, and hold it for a long time and you get 3. So let's see if anything changes with just an immediate flame. Okay, no, you can throw it quicker. So the moment his hand starts to glow brighter, like you see like the big poof of fire on it, then that means you get big chunky grab, which is nice. Good to know. Otherwise, it's -6. That's kind of nice. That's a little refreshing. So, they're doing it from too close. Crouch medium punch into party starter. For me. I'm saying all this in reference to Akuma because that's kind of who I'm labbing out right now. So, your mileage may vary depending upon the character you're playing, but the problem is he can hit from way the hell out here with this move. 20 frames. Now, the medium one is a little slower. It's 20 frames, even though it hits further. So I feel like from here, you only have to worry about this version, but you can totally jump that version. And or you've got a few more frames to kind of react with like a parry or maybe a drive impact if you're close enough to hit with it. But this one doesn't go all that far. So this seems to be kind of like the sweet spot. This is Edsville here. That's this is the suburbs of Edsville. And then this is downtown right here. Yeah, it's downtown. But, you know, he can bring the party to you, though, so. Oh, that's good to know. So, one thing I just noticed. So, in the command list, you can hit 2 kicks and forward or backwards while you're charging the move to dash. You can also just tap double forward or double backwards, and you get the same thing. But what I just found out, and it's probably old news to a lot of Ed players, I'm sure, if you are holding it, you hit one more kick button, and because it counts the button you're already holding as one of the kicks, which is pretty cool. That's nice and comfy. Cool. Nice. That's zippy. So 31 frames forward, 31 frames back. Okay, so that's slow. It's not super fast, but he goes pretty far. It's like a mini drive rush, kind of. Yeah. It's like a little mini drive rush for free. You know, that costs nothing. That's pretty rad. Okay. So, but as far as we're concerned, it's -6, which means, you know, if he's doing this too close, if he's getting brazen and doing this way too close, or maybe like trying to charge up, we can check him with crouch medium punch, and as long as it's not that thing, I think we're okay. What does this do on hit? Let's see. Okay, so it's basically a projectile on hit. Now, the grab version, it looks like medium punch yeets him into the sky. It is likely the same. Okay, so yeah, it's the same thing. It yeets him up, and you get stuff off of it. I care a lot less about this as an Akuma player right here. I don't ever want to be close enough for this move to do any of this. It's cool though. Nice. All right. Anyway, I'm not so much concerned about like setups and stuff like that right now. That's a lot to kind of try to cram down your, you know, even your own throat in one sitting, you know. So right now, I'm just kind of like hitting the low-hanging fruit. Special moves. How important are they to him? How dangerous are they to me? And I found few countermeasures to those, which is great. This move is a lot because of the dash and stuff. But we know off rip, if you're hit by it, it's his turn, as is the case with most things that hit you. The heavy version, only matters in the air. So if he read the jump and you didn't jump, light him up, because he's 17 frames, so 42 frames. You got 42 frames to make his life just really, really suck for a second. Very good, very good, very good. Okay. Is there anything I'm forgetting? Oh, the follow-ups off that. Let's see. There we go. So he's got a punch. That's a little awkward to use, actually. I think I might dash with the stick instead. Doing it too soon. Oh, I gotta hold forward, I think. Wait a minute, there were 2 follow-ups. Am I tripping? Am I tripping, y'all? Let's control settings, command list. Oh, they're both punch. I just do it either earlier or later. Okay, I see. He's got that one. Cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Kill switch break. Also, like, this is super important too. Like, these little blurbs are not useless. They kind of do tell you what the move is kind of for and what it does. Useful for attacking while closing the distance on an opponent. So this is as simple as that. This is like, you know, dash upper, kind of Balroggy. Unleash a powerful uppercut from Kill Rush. The opponent is launched into the air when this connects, making it easy to string together a combo. All right, so that's combo fodder. It's telling you. This is meant for combos. You can use it in regular stuff too, but definitely for combos. You know, to kind of inform your usage. Okay, yeah, and Kill Rush backwards, obviously just, you know, bug out when you don't want to be close. All right, because Ed's an outboxer. Him happiest back here. But anyway, so a couple immediate takeaways is, there we go, block off. Psycho Snatcher, regular Psycho Snatcher is -6. That's a command grab, and he's +4 off of this command grab. So watch for the grab, watch for the meaties. That's just nasty to be. You don't want to get caught with that, you know. But that's why this works, right? Because it makes you want to jump. But you don't have to jump. You can parry that. You can parry it. You can DI it, which is what Alex, you know, the gentleman we watched in the games earlier, was telling me, is that, you know, it's tricky to practice, but that's kind of what you want to do. So we know you can DI this, because once he's locked in this animation, he can go forward, he can go backwards, or he can let it go at whatever state it's in. So if he's committed to it, it's DI or parry fodder. So that's the perfect chance to try to parry. But, you know, again, it's the layers, right? Because if the Ed gets on that we're going to parry this thing or try to DI it, he can, oh, he's drive impacting, get out of there, or he's parrying. We can get in there, yeet, while I'm recovering from my parry because I guessed wrong. Mind games. What does your Ed like to do? Does he even use this stuff? You know, don't concern yourself with things he's not doing. But when he shows you those things, expect him to use them again, you know, and try to respond accordingly. That's when you employ your countermeasures. You're not lock and loading all the stuff at once. You're kind of like strategically loading the shotgun with the right type of ammunition. You need buckshot, you need slugs, you need, you know, bird shot. You know, you gotta, that's kind of the finesse of neutral and, you know, situational awareness in this game, as I'm understanding it. All right, let's see what's next. I think that's all the I think that's all the special moves. So yeah, Psycho Spark, -5 on the light Psycho Spark, so they can punish that with a light combo. Psycho Shoot, -8 from point blank range. You can punish that with a heavy combo. Psycho Uppercut, go nuts, have fun. Psycho Blitz, light version, you can punish with a light combo. Medium and heavy, have fun, good luck, Akuma or Ed. And the OD one, we can, that one's -3. That's right, -3. And so we get to take our turn. And it's a bait opportunity, because if he likes to spend meter there, if he's trying to close out with an EX or OD Psycho Upper, then we can just choose to do nothing. You know, so it's still kind of a schmix, but it's favorable for us because his options are expensive, and if he does them and we don't bite, they're super expensive because he's gonna spend meter and health. So, all right, so that's a start. We now understand a little bit better his moves, his main moves. Let's see real quick what his special moves are on block to see what we can punish and what we cannot. Level 3.
Really?
Hella minus, and it's just one punch.
Really?
Yeah, do what you want. It's -49. In fact, here's, we're gonna do this just so I can see like when the dummy is actually how to time this hit properly. Let's see here. Heavy punch. Pretty quick. Wham, blam. All right. So, level 2. What's this? Okay, yeah, that's. Yep, I'm plus. I could have moved. I could have moved all day. All right, but even at that, I'm still +3 on block. So at worst, I'm +3 on block. You know. Now I'm curious, with this move having as many hits as it does, what happens if? Let's see. Let's make this. Drive. Can we do? Where do we do? Drive gauge, drive gauge, drive gauge. I'm looking for drive reversal. Setting block, block, block all. Drive reversal. There we go. On block. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So let's see here. What happens if he drive reverses this? Okay, so he can't drive reversal. If he's getting hit by it, then he's stuck in there. Good to know. All right, you always want to check that sort of weird stuff too, because sometimes I know, like in Street Fighter, was it Street Fighter 5? You could V reversal Urian's I think it's super, and it just turned the move off, and you could do what you wanted. So like, you kind of want to check with weird stuff like that. What's next? Command list. Psycho Cannon, we did that one. So this one, Uber Ultra Mega minus -49. So light them up. Psycho Cannon. If you block this, it's Ed's turn still. And Psycho Storm. Let's see what this one is. Ow. Ow. I forgot to turn that off. -32. So yeah, he dies. If he dies, he dies. Cool. All right, so all the supers we kind of have seen what those do. We can hit them with heavy punch. Go nuts. Hit him with the big stuff, except for the level 2, which it's his turn. Good to know. Good to know. Unique attacks. Oh, we forgot about these. Real quick, we'll do these. Because these are important, because Ed's got some tricksy stuff. All right, so heavy punch can be charged. That is +4 if it's fully charged. Is there an in-between? -2. -2. So uncharged is -2. Slightly charged is -2. Slightly more charged is -2. Fully charged is +4. So it looks like he rears back a little bit more. Those are all +2 though. Interesting. Oh, I forgot he can dash this. He can't backdash it. Important. So he can only go forward off this move. Interesting. That's cool. It kind of gives him like an empty drive rush that doesn't cost nothing. But off of that move in particular. And he can really delay that. But not forever. The moment he rears back all the way, it's coming out. Yeah. So you got to catch it during that first rear. So you got to kind of just watch for the third. Because he doesn't take off. He doesn't fly at you. Unless his fist is on fire. Fist is on fire, he's coming at you. Otherwise, it's just going to be a regular punch. Cool. And it's always -2. Unless it's fully charged. In which case, it's Ed's turn. Cool. Good to know. What else we got? Cobra punch. -3, safe. But it's our turn. And can he space that to where it's safer? Let's see. Always test your stuff to see if you can hit at max range to see if the numbers change. This does not appear to be the case. Trying to hit it just the tip. Ah, see? See? Now also, consider how difficult that was to space. I would pretty much, me personally, I wouldn't think any further about it. I noted I can hit it from max range and a little further out, and I can make it safer. But if nothing else, I can't make it, I don't seem to be able to make it plus unless I drive rush it. Can I make it pluser? Maybe. Strong maybe. We'll leave it at strong maybe for now. But this move by itself is, I'm going to treat it like it's -3. And I'll know that, like, as an Akuma, if I notice from further out, he's putting this move out, that's kind of a mental note to me to be like, this guy's trying to space this move. He's trying to space this move so that I can't punish this with, like, my crouch medium punch. And then I'm going to keep trying it. If it turns out, after I've practiced that punish, then that tells me that, all right, this dude knows what he knows what's up, so I got to push a faster button. So if I'm going to punish this thing, well, first of all, if he's spacing it, I'm not punishing that with a jab. So if I try to punish this with my crouch medium punch, and it ain't the math ain't math, it's not working, I'm gonna stop swinging at that. Just won't, because the dude clearly knows what's up. You know, or I might wait a second, back up and swing with something else, like a heavy punch or something. But I'm not going to try to punish that automatically, because that's clearly, it's kind of the same situation as this thing. Same frame advantage even, you know. That's fodder for him to, yeah, I'm minus, but am I really? I've got meter and I'm brave enough. Yeah, go ahead, stick a button now. Yeah, you should totally try to challenge me, bro. I'm -3. I'm -3. Psych. Yeah. You know, playing between the numbers. All right, this video's getting a little long, so let's wrap it up here. Flicker combination. Now, look, the beautiful part about Street Fighter, I guess you can call it beautiful. It's elegant, but their target chains are generally, with the exception of like stuff like this where it's all -1, -1, -1. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, that's all -1, as we discussed earlier. Thought I was seeing something I wasn't. I was seeing the numbers on the whiffed hit. I'm like, -10. It wasn't doing that before, because we weren't whiffing the move before. All right, let's see here. Oh, flicker combination. That's like kick. That thing. There we go. So notice, 1 hit, -3. 3 hits, -8. And he's so wonderfully, so selflessly puts himself point blank range. Does this hit crouchers? Let's test. It does. It does hit crouchers. That doesn't change the numbers, but it doesn't whiff. It will always connect if he's in range to hit with this thing. So that's almost better. Cool. Thanks. You know, it normalizes itself. If he's brazen enough to do that combo and complete it, because is it cancelable though? No, it is not. Yep, not into anything, it doesn't seem. Yeah, so that's death. -8 is, for me, that's crouch heavy punch into whatever I want. So, Thanks, Chief. Where are we at? There we go. All right, so that's flicker combination, -8 if it's blocked. Body blow combination, medium. What is it? That thing, medium. Also -8. Very nice. Regular medium punch, -1. That is cancelable, though. So we can potentially make that safe. So you might want to hold that one. The beautiful part is, if he completes the combo and you don't do anything, expecting him to maybe throw, he has to walk up and do it. He can't just do it. Same thing with just that button. He can't just throw you after that. Pushes him too far away. So both of those options, he can do another button, but he cannot throw you. He can throw you after a single jab, but not two. A single crouching jab, but not two. A single stand light kick. And he can, but that's that chain. It's -3. Okay, that has like no pushback on it. Okay. That might be why the target chain exists, because they wanted this move to have no pushback. But if people mash it, you know, it's maybe to prevent them from mashing it, while also giving, you know, people who are new to the game a nice, like, mid-distance confirm that puts them point blank range. But this button has no pushback. That's important. You want to know how much moves push you back. Mainly so that you know whether you're at risk of being thrown or not. If you understand that your opponent does a thing and they can't throw you, that's just one less thing you got to worry about. It forces them to have to commit to moving up, even if it's just a little bit. They have to expose their legs, which means that weights your decision making to things that can hit low. You know, because one thing you cannot do when you're walking forward is block. Standing or crouching, you can't do it. You can walk up and do it, but now they're sitting still and they're not throwing you. You know, so you can use stuff like that to like, all right, now I know that if he's doing this, if I see him using this a lot and he's not using the chain, that guy might understand that he can do a few of those and still be in range of a throw. It looks like 3 to be exact. Let's see if I can get 4. Nope, not 4. But he can do 3 of those and still throw you. Now, crouching light kick. Doesn't matter. Just one of those. You can't throw off of that. See how far away that pushes him? Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah, all this stuff moves him super far away. Okay, so yeah. So if he pushes any other button in your face other than a light attack, primarily light kick, then you don't have to worry about throw. You can kind of like ease up off that as an option because you're being observant about everything else he's pressing. There's less things you have to be concerned about than things you don't, you know. You see any of these big buttons come out, throw is not a thing you have to worry about unless he's walking up and doing it, which leaves him open, which is why moves like, you know, crouch light kick exist, you know. But for him, I think his is different. His is be like that, or a crouch jab, you know. So you can check people who are trying to walk up into your space. And it's 4 frames. It's real nice and quick. So if they're close and they're trying to walk up and throw you off of a minus thing, because remember, that's -3. So he's -3. You get to recover 3 frames faster than he does. And he has to walk up. He has to actively walk up 3 frames after you're already able to act, and you can put out a 4-frame button. Tag him in his feet. Doesn't sound all that meaningful, but in practice, when you understand what you're looking at, that's very, very powerful, because he can't approach you and just walk up and throw you safely. You know, he can change it and just not throw, or he can try to shimmy that, you know. But what is he not doing? Just throwing you, just like, you know, just for free, basically. You're making it a lot more dangerous for him to do that, because most characters can get something off of a light, crouching light kick, even if it's just like crouch light kick, crouch light jab, Tatsu, something, you know, you get a knockdown, you get a combo, a conversion into something. So, food for thought. All right, what's next? Body blow combination, we did that one. Hitman combination, medium kick, heavy punch. And it hits crouching. It is also -11. That's -5. That's definitely meant to be used from back here. Hence the range. So it only gets more minus as it goes. So the second hit is -6. And the third is -11. I'm gonna have him stand up. Aha, that's what I was wondering. Not a true low. That's a true low. Does he have any other true lows? That, and that. Oh, okay. So his true lows are his punches. So crouch medium punch. All right, cool. That's very freaky. But at any rate, -11. And it keeps him all standing, or you can block it all standing. Very cool. All right. And lastly, let's see here. Low smash combination. That looks like, what's this? Down heavy kick and a forward heavy punch. -8. The magic number. Crouch heavy punch into whatever. Am I going to remember all this? Hell no. But all I really got to remember is heavy punch. If I see him do that, -8, heavy punch. Now, what I'll do now is, now that I understand these things, I'm not going to do it right now because we're 2 hours and 15 minutes into this and my butt's falling asleep. But what I would do next with all of this information is go and practice confirming combos off of these scenarios. Set the dummy to do the move, block the move, punish the move. So I don't have to think about it mid-match. My hand is just doing what it's supposed to do. I'm essentially thinking of one thing. He did the thing, I push this button. Off of this button, I stroke out and I just do the rest of the combo. You know, it's automatic. It's automatic. I'm not thinking about that necessarily outside of how much meter do I have if I'm trying to like kill him or spend super, or I need drive rush to do that particular exchange. But those are things that you should be looking at throughout the match anyway. Like if he's attacking you, you know, and it's something, or he's knocked you down, take a second, glance at your super meter, glance at your OD meter, and you know, glance at your health, real quick. Don't got to be nothing. You got to study it. You know, you can see how much you got, but that's important too when you're thinking about how to punish what you're punishing. That's why it's important to be able to do stuff that doesn't cost anything, and also know how to do stuff where you spend, you know, varying amounts of your resources to get bigger and bigger damage. You don't always necessarily have to go for big damage, but you know, positioning. If you're not getting damage, go for positioning and or Oki. You know, you want to be able, you want to put them in as many nasty mix-up situations as possible. So, all right, so let's go over what we learned real quick. Let's do a too long didn't read boy, and then I think we'll call it there. And we'll save gameplay for the next time. which will probably be tomorrow. All right, so let's see here. So we learned he's got Psycho. What is this? Psycho Barrage, Psycho Flicker, Psycho something. Psycho Blitz. That's it. Used to be Psycho Flicker. So Psycho Blitz, light version, -5. Psycho Blitz heavy and medium punches, -12. Big punishable. Psycho Blitz OD, still punishable. Well, excuse me, not punishable, but it's minus. It's safe though. Anything -3 or lower, -2, -1, 0, for instance, all that stuff is safe. No matter what you push, there's nothing in the game as of right now that can punish it. Yeah. All right. And let's see, Flicker or Spark. This boy, -5. You can punish that with a light attack and light combos. Spark into flame or shoot, -8. Big punish. Most characters have an 8 frame heavy attack you can use to make him hurt real bad. All right, cool. EX Spark or OD Spark is -2. That is safe. And doesn't matter, the projectile is also -2. And so if you do it back here, obviously you're further out. There's travel time. It's going to be even safer. So this feels like it's definitely it's meant to be used as a projectile war winner. This is the bunker buster, baby. You can break through, because most OD moves are 2 hits. So you can blow through an OD move with 2 hits, and then with the same meter, you still get a projectile, that's almost like DJ. It's great. Excellent stuff. Make use of that. It's a good pressure tool too. If you need to end on something safe, you know. Let me see here. What's this? Oh, I see. That only combos into. That only combos into. Back up. Stop it. That only combos into supers, which it says in the tooltip. I figured it would do both. But that's pretty rare. Most moves in the game, if they're cancelable into everything. Drive rush, super, special. You know, it's pretty rare for something to only be cancelable into supers. But okay. So there's that. So yeah, the things I'm looking for right now are the aforementioned changes to, not changes, but the newfound knowledge on the Psycho Blitz. We already knew these were horribly minus, all of them, every single one. We now know how to deal with this a little bit better. People get careless. They're doing it from back here, obviously. Like, don't worry about it so much. Just treat it like a Hadouken. And let me see here. The Psycho Snatcher, that boy. Uncharged projectile, -6. If they're careless, take our turn, and or get a punish, because it's -6. I can crouch medium punch that to punish. If it's held, we're in Ed's world. It's party time. We don't want to be there. That's bad. I might drive reversal that just to get him. I don't want him to have advantage. If I got enough OD meter, I'm drive reversaling that. Let's see here. What else? This one is an immediate. It's like the same as the charged boy, but it's instant. Same exact situation. +4 in his face. You don't want that. He can throw and enforce any number of gross mix-ups. Yeah, that ain't good. Which is probably why he doesn't have a whole bunch of plus normals, because he can just bring you to him, which is gross. That one we don't have to worry about, because it literally only hits airborne opponents. So the goal is to try not to jump over that move all the time. We want to try to parry it or drive impact it. That's the goal. So that's our countermeasure against that. Yes, you do know some of the. What's up, Chris? You do know a few of these words. You'll know a lot more than if you watch the whole thing. But yeah, so let's see here. What else? Yeah, the OD one is the same. It puts you in his face. We don't want to be there. It's going, my brother. You know, it's been kind of a rough one, to be totally honest, but you know, we're trying to make progress where we can. Even if it's just in Street Fighter. Really trying to get reps in with the streaming though. You know, it's a lot of stuff that I always forget to think about. A lot of graphics and a lot of zhuzhing stuff up before I go live, and put this thing here and make sure to send that out and set this side setting and set this thing to record, which I forgot half the shit I was supposed to do before I started. But here we are. It's okay. None of this matters right now. I'm hoping and praying that these streams that are started playing after the one I initially had going are not going to get me copyright struck. But we'll see. Yes. What else? Oh yeah, his follow-ups to his Cycle Flicker, those are that's -6. Yeah, -6, and then the other one, I think they're both -6. -4, okay. Both punishable, so he does that crap, I'm gonna jab him in the face. Growing pains indeed. Growing pains indeed. All right, let's see here. All right, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, this is like a 2.5 hour thing already anyway. If you, I might actually set up with timestamps if I can, so folks can kind of get an idea for. I'm all over the place though. I mean, I'm talking about everything in kind of context, but we'll figure it out. Chances are, if all else fails, I'll probably snatch this down and give it to my editor and be like, all right, break this up. You know, we'll see. But yeah. Let's see, where's Ed Boy? Let's go somewhere more scenic. All right, I want to try and implement at least a couple of these things in actual punish form. So let me see how I can set this up. Dummy recording settings. All right, cool. What do I want to punish first? Yeah, convenience. I know what I'll punish. We'll start with Psycho Blitz. So we'll neutral jump, I'll do Psycho Blitz, and I'll do the light version so we can see how big we can hit him off of that version. Let's see here, we're gonna jump. We're gonna block. Cool. And no countdown. Replay. There we go. There we go. And we want to repeat. Start replay. Okay, good. There we go. Repeat. Come on now. All right, let's go. See, this is actually pretty quick. We gotta hit him like immediately, but we can hit him. Ooh, that's right. He always moves forward, so I can probably get something like... Damn, that's hard. Okay. Okay, that will reach. Man, that's really hard to punish. There we go. Okay, can I get a stand light kick out there? No, that won't reach. Okay. That's okay. I know what I'll do. So we get 2 jabs. There we go. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. Yeah. I probably wouldn't spend that kind of meter off that sort of situation unless it was going to kill, especially considering how tricky this move is already proving to punish. Okay, that comboed, I think. Oops. Come on. Interesting. All right. That's cool. All right, so that's the light punch version. Yeah, that's nasty. He just brains you in the face. What a bastard. No, he's Akuma's cool as shit. Here. Let me see. Where is this thing? Look at this. There. No big deal. He just creates like 1,000 freaking carbon copies of himself, and they all just like, you know, knee you in the face and worse. No, he's cool. Akuma's dope. Oh, check this out. You thought that other one was me? Look at this. Oh, I guess I gotta hit him first. Wait a minute. Where's the thing? Why aren't you doing it? Do it. Oh, because I set the wrong thing. All right, here, 1 second. I gotta switch this anyway. Come on. There we go. So now we got the medium punch version recorded. We don't have to do the heavy version because it's like the same exact frame disadvantage as the medium punch version. So once you can punish one, you can punish the other one, assuming the timing is similar, which I would imagine it would be. You got 12 frames instead of like 5, so much easier. Let's see here. Let's turn that on. There we go. Now do it. Start replay. Start replay. Okay, there's that. So this one. Okay, there we go. So we want to do. Okay, so. Why are you doing it? Man. Come on. Do it. Why am I not? Oh, I'm not letting go of down. Duh. But this kind of speaks exactly to my point, though, right? Because it's like, if I'm struggling to punish this now, because I've never literally punished it before ever like this, I mean, it'd be harder in match because I'm super unprepared then, and I'm frazzled here. All I gotta do is do the combo. This is what training mode is for, y'all. Like, I know this works, but it's hard to punish on purpose. There we go. Yes. There we go. That's it. That's the stuff. Hostess. I would much rather sit in training mode. Now, we've been at this a while, but I would rather sit. I mean, you can do this. It's taking so long because I'm stopping to talk every freaking 30 seconds. But, like, if you're just in training mode with some music or something on that you like, you can do this for 10 minutes. Practice one or two things that were getting you chewed up in a match. And now you've found a solution to that thing. Like we did earlier, we found solutions that we can implement into this matchup next time we fight an Ed immediately. And I'm glad I did this because I'm like, oh, that won't be that hard to punish. Yes, no, this shit is actually kind of tricky to punish. So I'm going to be going through all of these options. Maybe not right now, but eventually I'm going to go through all of these options and just sit and drill them into my fingers so that when I fight an Ed next, they just don't get away with this stuff, you know? So that was kind of an expensive punish. Let's see if we can do something that's not quite so expensive. I will tell you what to do. You ain't got to do it, but I'm going to say it. One second, let me turn my fan on. It's freaking blazing in here. Because my 4070 is trying to freaking alter the damn climate of my bedroom with its heat output. All right. Hopefully that doesn't pick up on the mic. Or if it does, if it is, hopefully it's not too bad. All right, so let's see here. Let's see. We're going to turn both of these on. Let's see if they'll do random. That's medium punch. Does it always just alter? Oh, good. It's random. Okay, it's medium. Medium. Light. Okay. Light. What's the temp there, bud? Nice. So I decided, because I was having trouble like discerning which version was which. So I think I'm gonna, take my own advice, and we're gonna see how easy it is to punish both of these with just the one, like a light jab into Tatsu. Not easy at all. There we go. So we can sweep off of that. That's what we'll probably do. There we go. Damn. Blitz. And something, dodge this on the dodge this. And on the straight punch he says blitz. Oh, that's why I wasn't hitting. I was hitting I guess the two jabs put him too far away. Interesting. So. But I guess that makes sense. I don't have to hit confirm I don't need 2 jabs. I can do 1 because I know that move is not going to change afterwards. Sorry, I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. Yeah. Okay, if he does that. You bastard. Start. Interesting. Okay, that works. Man. Come on now. There we go. Super impractical, but if it would kill. Because he talks shit when he when you kill with that move, he talks so much shit. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can get the whole combo again. There we go. Okay. Got it. Oh, I forgot. There it is. Yeah, sick. I love this character. He's made of tissue paper, but I love him. Yeah, all right, so this kind of illustrates my point. Like, this move clearly numerically is punishable. Clearly punishable. But even in practice, and I'm noticing, like, it felt like there were ranges at which I couldn't actually jab him, which is a little spooky. I'm going to test that now, because if I'm going to be spending time practicing a combo, I want to make sure it will always hit and I don't whiff it, because I don't want to die. Not like that. So let's see here. Recording settings. Let's see if I can have them started from back here. Okay. Aha. Okay. So there are definitely ranges from back here. Oh, well, that is... Okay, I am plus. Good. That's okay. Okuma, yeah. If by steroids you mean, like, you know, evil, demonic, killing intent, sure, steroids. And let's not start on his skincare regimen. This dude looks like he's made of leather. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we've established that move is tricky as shit to punish. Let's try punishing something else. What else does our boy have that we need to hit him in the mouth for? We practiced against that. That's -5. That shouldn't... Well, no, that's the same. Same speed. Anything with a different startup speed. We'll have him throw it. That'll do it. And we'll have him block. That way... If I have him jump, so to time them, could really use some girl. Oh, yeah. No, man needs to shave. His old costume is a little less hairy. But dude lives in the mountains and spooks the wildlife. And I guess apparently sometimes, depending upon the Street Fighter you're watching or playing, he'll make his way down to town and sells his mountain wares or fruit or whatever the hell he sells. But yeah, I wouldn't buy from him. That dude looks dirty. Looks like you can smell him a freaking couple blocks away. All right, so countdown. There we go. No. There we go. Turn that off. Turn that off. And I always forget to start. Start replay. Okay, so that's -8. Okay, so I'm too far away to hit with that. What do I got? This is an alternate costume. He's got multiple costumes. His hair and the default is actually white now because I guess he's older. He's got one where he's still got the red hair though. Yeah. This particular color I like just happens to have black hair. Let me see. Where's this default boy? Yeah. Yeah, that's like his original like Street Fighter 6 costume there. And then I think this is the one with the red. I think he's got two. He's got one with the red hair, and he's got one where he's got like ginger hair. I think two's got actual red hair. Let's see who else. Let's beat up on somebody. Oh, we're practicing against it. We can't do that. Let's do that. Yeah, there's the red hair. But he's also got, can I switch costumes? He's got his classic costume too, which you're probably more familiar with. Yeah. Yeah. Be gone. All right, as we were. Wow, okay. All right, so this pushes me out, and I've got enough frame advantage to actually hit him, but the distance is bad. All right. Now, if he pushes something else, I can clean his clock. But if Ed stops there, that's nothing. Yeah, I gotta hold that. Can I drive reversal that? I can drive impact that. Good. Yeah. Can I sweep that though? Let's try. 9 frames. He's -8. No, I can't sweep that. Damn. That's too slow. 10 frame startup. Okay, so yeah. That's another reason why it's important that when you're blabbing your moves, practice them outside of the corner as well, because pushback is going to be different. Like in the corner, this doesn't matter as much. Right here. Bam. Because it doesn't push him back, it pushes me back. Wait, what's the numbers? -8. Or I'm +8. Oh, okay, that's right. This is 9 frames. Too slow. A frame too slow. The button I want to use is this one, and I can't reach with that. So, unless... Okay, I can't do that. Let's see here. There we go. Nobody puts a Kuma. Nobody. Yeah. Open wide. Okay, so good to know. But that's okay. I mean, I kind of expected that. I was kind of surprised when in the corner it wasn't moving him backwards. He stays put. The fireball pushes the opponent backwards. Usually there's a little of both. But if that's the case, here, let's get your chrome bomb ass into the corner, boy. All right. Okay, so yeah, it pushes me back. But it does not push him back. And I hadn't really considered that. Because by that logic. But okay, so if he's doing that in the corner, see, that makes the situation a lot less practical to deal with in the corner. Because that's what I want to do. And even then, it's still hard. Because it's a one-frame punish. There we go. It works. But I don't think I'd want to swing at that regularly. Because it only really works when I'm in the corner and he's point-blank range against me, which any enterprising Ed would not be. He'd back up a step. And it makes all of that a lot trickier because my best button, the button I want to use to whiff punish this thing, does not reach. And other stuff, let's see. I'm still +8. Can I? Yeah, my next best button doesn't reach either. So, damn. That'll reach. But again, only if I start at point blank. Damn. All right. So to me, practically in match, this move is, I won't try to punish that. I don't fuck with that. I can go through it with stuff. I can go through it with, I can try to drive impact through it and like that. But you know, that's about all I do. I'm not going to necessarily try to like finesse that move. I'm not going to force that to happen. That's asking for it. Unless I've got, you know, a read on a drive impact, or I guess I could parry it. Let's see. Come on now. There we go. I'm curious. I don't know if I don't think it'll slow down on like a perfect parry. That's really hard to perfect parry. Oh, slow. Come on now. Damn. Sorry. I don't think I can perfect parry that. There it is. Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. That's what I wanted to see. So it treats Psycho Spark like a projectile, not a hit. Normally in this game, when you perfect parry a regular attack, the game slows down. Let me see if I can get him to illustrate this real quick. Maybe try one of these. Yeah. See if it'll do. See if I can get this to happen. A little early still. Man, it's tight. There it is. Yeah, like that. Yeah, you know. Oh, that's missing CSM. Honestly, I don't want to do that, bro. Like I've gotten so used to like trying not to do mouth clicks and all the weird freaky mouth noises with the ASMR stuff that I can't hearing it, but it bothers me like something deep inside. Like even when I'm doing actual work, if I get takes where it's like I get mouth like saliva crackles and stuff like that, I'll retake to try to get it perfect because I don't want an engineer having to listen to that for 6 hours. But yeah, no, I think this stuff is fascinating. When I'm playing fighting games and stuff, I'd say a fair chunk of the time I spend is done doing this sort of stuff. It's not sexy though, and that's kind of the hard sell, right? Like the whole point of me doing this video was when I started, I played some matches yesterday with a friend of mine who was a really, really good Ed, and he was whipping my ass. Yeah, ASMR is definitely, they burn that to the ground for sure. But yeah, my friend he had his fist solely just like he was moving me around like a sock puppet. Yeah. Yeah, I always thought it felt kind of schmoozy and kind of gimmicky at best, but some of the stuff people started doing, like Belle Delphine, and some of these people started making it really weird and cringy, and I'm like, oh, this is becoming something very different. I don't like this. Yeah. And like I think it's called misophonia or something like that. Certain frequencies and certain sounds, like case in point, like if I'm listening, if like a TV's on in the other room and somebody's like talking, or even just people, if they're just talking in another room and like certain voice patterns, certain sounds, like if a person has like a certain specific kind of grit to their voice, or they're very sibilant, like they got like lots of heavy S's and duh and tuh and all that stuff. If they're really heavy with those, and all I can hear is that, brother, oh, it makes me want to remove my skin from my body. It's like nails on a chalkboard, like somebody's drilling into my skull. And I hate that it bothers me so much, but it's not so bad if I'm talking to the person and I can hear everything else. It doesn't bother me. It's specifically when they're far enough away, or the thing is far enough away to where that's all I hear. And like, it literally gives me chills. But yeah, so the ASMR is kind of like a non-starter for me in a lot of regards for those very same reasons. But yeah, the food shit's gross, like gross. I don't like it. But yeah. So I was watching some footage of my friend of our matches earlier, and I was working out some things that were giving me trouble, and just trying to find some countermeasures to sort of figure out what I can go into this match with. Because he was tearing me up, brother. He was not good. It wasn't all bad. I had some high points in the set, but like, ugh. So I'm like, this cannot continue. So I figured I'd hop in and try to figure out a little better what this character can do against me and what I can do back. Because some of the stuff is proving a lot trickier to deal with than I thought. Even on numerically on paper, there are options, but like in actual practical match, shit's hard. But once you know, you know. Like if it's tricky, you get rid of it, toss it out, don't worry about it. You know, even if it's possible, if it's not practical, we don't worry about it. Cause he still got to worry about everything I can do too. Yeah. I chop him in the back of his neck, kick him in his mouth like that. Anyway, what were we practicing against? We were doing. Oh yeah, I was perfect pairing that. We did that. Little rusty. No, so Ed's a relatively new character, first and foremost, and he's very, 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 very different than he was in Street Fighter V. And then it's like I play with people who, if you don't understand what the character does, they make you look like you don't understand how to play Street Fighter. You know, that's the lot I've been given. You know. And I enjoy it for the most part, but it requires a little bit of skin in the game. So this is me putting my skin in the game if I want to, actually stand a chance of winning matches. So I'm plenty experienced in the game. It's just against that particular character, played that particular way, Yeah, I'll even show you. So we'll pop back. I mean, I pretty much said what I need to say at this point. I might even hop in and play a little bit, but let's see here. I can go back to, I'll show you some of the matches. There's some I didn't watch that I kind of wanted to go back and see. So, yeah. Give me 1 second here. There we go. Give my hands a break anyway. And then, yeah, well, so now that we've gone over all this stuff, too, I can, for the, you know, for the VOD, I can go back over and talk about some of the stuff in practice that we were talking about setting up. We can see if I actually attempted any of this stuff without how much of it I was actually doing beforehand. Let's see here. Rankings. Not rankings. We don't want to do that. We want to go to replays. Specifically, my replays. Where's my filter? Left stick. Yeah. Well, I'm going to show you right now. Let's see here. So we watched the top 3 last time. I will. And then we watched that one for the win. Let's see. Where did we start playing? That's Mike. We started here. 1, 2, 3. We'll play the first 3 we played. I'll start from the earliest and we'll go. But did he win this set? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll start here. Oh boy.
Ready yourself.
Hope you'll put up a fight.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh yeah, I can definitely beat him. It's just, it's hard. He worked me. Dude knows his stuff. Okay, good challenge. It's those damn flicker jabs. Alright, dash up. Good throw. Oh, yeah, he was getting me with that too. I couldn't, he was knocking me out of the air a lot. And he had really good throws. Where did my drink? Oh, it's Waterloo. Sparkling water. Summerberry. Nice. Yeah, he started getting hip to my jumps later on too. I couldn't throw my dragon punch like I really wanted to. Tried to keep it tricky, but so did he. Good throw break. Oh God. Man, yeah, his whiff punishes are so nasty. Oh, there was more coming. I got lucky. But he got dead. Yeah, I thought from a distance, yeah, I could see that. They look like balloons. I mean, the can is super fat. Clown juice. I don't know if I ever want to taste what clown juice is. Logan. That's okay. Yeah. See? Dude was cooking me, bro. I was giving him some back, but he was I had to come up with some tech. And like some of it I was already kind of like thinking about, you know, it's when you're playing a game like this, you got to make sure that you can science out as much of this stuff. If there's something that like, all right, if he does this, I can do this with impunity. Like every single time, you want to find those options that will always be in your favor, regardless of the situation if he does a thing. You know, that's easier said than done because there's so many moving parts. Like, how close is he to you? How far away when he did the move? Which version did he do? Did you time your punish correctly? If not, you know, as you saw, some stuff that I knew was numerically possible was really still tricky to get. But that's, you know, that's part of the fun. That's part of the finesse. That was a good string. Ooh. El chop. Nice. Oh, I dropped my combo. Should have done crouch medium punch there. I'd have killed him. Well, maybe not. I only had 1 meter. I'd have hurt him real bad, though. Oh, good. He dropped his too, though. Yeah. Got him twice. But you'll see later on, he starts to adjust. And he starts throwing the light punch psycho upper because he doesn't move. He doesn't walk forward when he does it. And that made me sad. Probably could have. Oh, I kind of lucked up there. If he ducks Akuma's like heavy kick where he does like the 2 roundhouse kicks, if he ducks that, that's my ass technically. And I'm burnt out now. And burnout is bad. Burnout makes, when you block moves, you take chip damage. I'm dead. Speed bag time. Ow. Ow. I love these animations. Capcom kind of killed it with the animations and the muscle movement. The muscles kind of move more or less realistically. Like stuff flexes and jiggles like it's supposed to. I have the most. Hang on 1 second. There's like a giant heart in the way. I'm trying to see what you're actually. The most absurd and good bad openings, like intros, like fighting game intros. Bad. Well, let's start with absurd. Let me think on that. Absurd. I'm gonna be I try to like remove the bad from my brain. Yeah, jiggle. Yeah, jiggle. Let me see here. Let me think on that for a second, because I'm not often asked about the bad ones. Bad, absurd. I feel like I don't even remember Shaq Fu's intro, but I'm sure it's awful. Oh man, because there's all right. Are we talking intentionally bad, or like this was supposed to be really cool, but then it just absolutely fucking fell flat? Which is it? Because, boy, I could take you down some rabbit holes. See, I don't remember Bloody Roar 2's intro. I remember the game being sick. I remember Bloody Roar 2, the new breed. That's about all I remember from the intro was the announcer dude. I'm gonna have to go back and I think I'm gonna have to go back and set it up, and we'll have to watch some of those. Yeah, no, I can. That game was definitely like super try hard, 100%. Great game though, but yeah, the presentation was super like early 2000s, late 90s. Brr. Super grungy and edgy. We're animal people, but we're serious though. Like what? You can't be both, baby. You got to choose one. You got to choose. Trying to think of some other like unintentionally awful intros. Damn, I'm freaking brain farting here, brother.
What? Done already? I got
Of ones that are like truly awful. I can think of games that are like kind of meant to be good and were not, like Street Fighter the game the movie, or the movie the game, the one that looked like Mortal Kombat. Now, although that game, like the movie, kind of in a weird sort of happenstance kind of turned out being like so bad it's good. And it's kind of talked about with a bit of reverence now, but that game is still bad. Oh man, maybe. See, but most of the Mortal Kombat games, I think, okay, 4. Mortal Kombat 4 was the goofiest shit. But just in general, though, I don't remember. I know the intro was goofy just because, like, it was their first 3D game and the animation was really, like, stilted and goofy looking. But, oh man, like the game as a whole was goofy. I'm trying to think about like particularly like just intros. Like Bio Freaks is another game that was like that took itself super seriously. That was not great. The Mortal Kombat Deception, and it was, what is it? Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon were super cheesy. I don't know if I'd call them bad, though. They were just kind of a product of their time. But I guess you could look back at them now and they were definitely cheesy. Mortal Kombat versus DC, also super cheesy. Definitely not good. That game was awful. Awful waffle. Damn, what else? Clay Fighter. And Clay Fighter 63 and a third. Was it Clay 2 Judgment Day? The second one, that shit was fun. But like, I feel like those were on purpose. Those were awful on purpose, though. And I don't even really remember if the intros were bad, if they even really had them. There's a whole bunch of like really shitty games that were like that never saw the light of day because they were just like so bad, but they were just bad games in general, on like Genesis and like Criticom and Rise of the Robots and all that shit. Damn, there was a game I played in the arcade. It was like a It was a Mortal Kombat kind of Street Fighter hybrid ripoff, and it was awful. I can't remember the name though. I just remember they had like Hellhound was like the Scorpion dude. He even had like the mask and the ninja helmet, but he had like flamethrowers and shit. Yeah, Clay Fighter was the shit. Clay Fighter 63 and a third was my joint. That game was not good, but it was so much fun. Oh, see, man, dude, he was sniping me, bro. I couldn't leave the ground for nothing. Rude. Def Jam. Yeah, I don't remember the. No, I know for sure. The intros were fire. The presentation on that game was great. It was cheesy because of what it was, but those games were freaking awesome. Not the Icon game. Def Jam Icon, we don't talk about that. But Def Jam Vendetta and Def Jam Fight for New York were incredible. I'm trying to think of anything else that comes to mind. I mean, depending upon what you're into, I don't know, like Guilty Gear can get a little stilted, but I mean, it's anime, and it's like overtly anime. I feel like, you know, if you think that's bad, then you probably just don't like anime. Yeah, it's definitely a weird fighting game. Can confirm. Check out my bobblehead. Yeah. Shout outs to Dive Kick. Shout outs to Keats and Iron Galaxy. Bless those dudes. Yeah, man. Dive Kick. You know, Dive Kick was... Dive Kick was a good, weird game, though. That game was actually very thoughtfully made. You know, was it perfect? No, but like, for as gimmicky as it was definitely like, it was produced with love. Let's see here. Let's see here. Go back and watch some of my Dawson footage too. Since we're here, we're just hanging out now. We're having fun.
Ready yourself. Prepare yourself. Round one. Fight.
Even more so than the Ed, my friend Ryan plays. This is his Dawson, and he makes Dawson look like a freaking Marvel vs. Capcom character, bro. Oh, 100%. No, like, that's the thing. Bad fighting games can still be great. And great fighting games can be bad, kind of, you know, in certain regards. But, like, no, Dive Kick was like the most perfect storm of, like, a super in-joke that, like, only tournament people who are sweaty enough to go to tournaments would really appreciate. And they somehow managed to make it have some sort of mass market appeal. It's kind of out of control. Jackie Chan Fists of Fire or Fists of Fury, whatever it's called. That game is incredible. It is trash, but it is incredible. That game is so much fun. There's like 8 Jackie Chans in it, and one of them is Jackie Chan in like a Chinese dragon costume. I love that game so freaking much. But yes, no, that game is it's garbage, but it's great, but it's garbage. There's a Japanese term for them called kusoge. It literally translates to shit game. Jackie Chan Fists of Fire is a kusoge, if there ever was one. There's another one called Dong Dong Never Die, which might show up on that list that you're watching. That game was also eye-wateringly, it was something to behold. It was bad, but it was funny. There's a free game on Steam called, I think it's like Ultra Fight de Kyanta, Kyanta. It was like Ultra Fight de Kyanta 2. It's completely free, and it looks like a 6-year-old drew and animated all the characters. But it's a fully fleshed out fighting game. Is it good? Fuck no. Is it funny? Abso-goddamn-lutely. And it's free. It's literally, you can just download it and play it. Like, it's hilarious. Kill him! I remember back when like Street Fighter 4 was out fresh. There was see, there was another fighting game called I think it was like Knuckle Bomber or Knuckle Fighter or something like that. But they took the 3D models from Street Fighter 4 and made some of the characters into 2D characters. And it was just the jankiest looking shit I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God. Oh man, I love fighting games. They're so trash. They're so bad. It's like wrestling. It's like, there's so much that's just absolute garbage, but it's funny garbage. And then when it's great, oh, it's masterful. There's like no in between though. So good. Warrior, I remember that game. I don't think I played it. Was it any good?
Ready yourself. Prepare yourself. Round one. Fight.
Yeah, that's it. Deadliest Warrior. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Yoga fire. Yeah, no, I remember the game. I didn't actually play it though, but I do remember. I remember going to like EB games or whatever and seeing it there. I just I knew what I was. I knew what I was about when it came to fighting games. I wasn't sure. That looked like kind of like one of those cheap tie-ins. It might have been good though. I don't know. I was very much in like my Street Fighter and Tekken phase and stuff when that game came out. Oh, see, that's kind of cool. It's like Bushido Blade, kind of. Which I think there's a ooh, good catch. God damn it, Ryan's so good at this game. I feel like there needs to be like Globetrotter music over this fight. He's just got that ass though. Cook him. Let's go. Let's go past self. Never mind, I'm dead. I gotta fight it like I was watching it for the first time. I was there. I did the fighting. See, that's the most important part though. Does a fighting game make you genuinely crack up laughing? If a fighting game can make you laugh, then it's a game that's worth playing, whether it's good or not. And if you play it like that, then eventually you will probably find some nasty shit and get decent at it. Fighting game don't make you laugh. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This game makes me laugh on the regular because it's so absurd. Tekken makes me laugh on the regular. Same thing. So absurd. Yeah. Yeah, games with a lot of variety and like play styles and stuff like that, especially when it's done well. It's good. Because some games, some high, like, okay, there's games like it could be argued that games like Capcom versus SNK 2, which is like top of the mountain in a lot of people's. It's like desert island game for a lot of people. Great game, but there was a lot of really bad, kind of useless, borderline broken shit in that game. And a lot of it was just kind of ignored and tossed out by people who played it with any seriousness. But even the high level companies, Capcom and so on, making these games, man, sometimes they made a lot of mistakes before they had those hits, or like concurrently, like a game could be great for all these reasons and then really kind of bad for other ones. Yeah, I remember that, like pirates fighting ninjas, and that's cool. I think that's pretty cool. But that's what I like about fighting games in general. Like, okay, case in point. Let's see what we got. We got pirate, knight, ninja, Apache, Spartan, samurai, and centurion. Brother, that's killer instinct. That's killer instinct. Let's see, we got pirate, spinal. He's an undead skeleton pirate. Knight. Okay, the closest I can think of a knight in KI is like Tusk. He's like a Viking, but close enough. Ninja, you got what? Jago is a ninja. I guess Orchid's kind of ninja-esque. Apache, you got Chief Thunder. Spartan, I guess they don't have a Spartan character. They don't have like a sword and board character. Spinal is a sword and board character, but they got like a Greek like obelisk, not obelisk. What do you call those? A homunculus, like a big statue thing that you can fight. It's like a big Greek colossi statue thing you can fight as. Yeah. Samurai, of course, every game's got a damn samurai. Globetrotters. I don't even know how that would work, but I would be interested enough to, they could probably make that cool now. I could see it being something like Windjammers, where there's like fighting game-esque stuff, but you're still just, playing basketball. Like there's like special inputs you could do for like, super dunks and stuff like that. That would be kind of dope. I suppose it could be a fighting game too. KOF 98 had a character named Lucky Glauber, and that dude was literally a. In fact, here, give me a second. Hold tight. I'm gonna see if I can set up a see if I can pull in my my browser window so we can look up some of this stuff. I pretty much said what I want to say about Street Fighter, but now we're on this other tangent, and I kind of want to talk about that too. Give me 1 second. Let me back out of this real quick. Yeah. Rada. Street Fighter 6 is great. Rada. I think it might be on sale too. Buy the game while it's on sale because it's great. Play it. Do it. Do it now, you cowards. All right. Uno minuto, por favor. Oh, I know what I can do. Ugh. I can open up my browser down here. Go to the tubes. And what were we talking about? Oh yeah, I know what I was going to show you. 1 second. I don't actually have all this stuff set up yet, so we're trying to just sort it out. So please don't mind my wild ass YouTube history. Let's see here. KOF 98. Lucky. Probably the dumbest like character / team of characters in any fighting game I've ever seen. This character was insane. Here, let me turn off my smooth jazz music real quick here. Where there it is. Let pause. All right. Crap. Where'd it go? There it is. Look at this nonsense, bro. Here, where's this character? Let me find I want to find a match. I just want a match. There we go. Here, well, this will work.
Yeah!
This is King of Fighters 98. I don't know if you ever seen this dude. Lucky Glauber is literally a basketball player. And he's on a team with a boxer and a football player. The football player, Brian Badler, is back there in the red with the big pauldron on his shoulder. Oh yeah, the Globetrotters are sick. I never actually got to see them. Turn that down just a little bit. Oh, I forgot that. I forgot about that cartoon, Logan. Chris. Oh, Nick went to see him and didn't take it. Fight him. Fight him right now. You drive to his house and you kick him square in the teeth. Don't do that. That's mean. Also, I love King of Fighters 98. One of the best fighting games ever made, period. Hands down. But yeah, like, I mean, I think it's kind of impressive they managed to make a character fight with basketballs, kind of, but he doesn't really. He like points, he kind of like tosses the ball at the ground, and that's it. And that's it. Yeah, he doesn't really do much else. He's got weird, long-leggedy. Anyway, that's Lucky. It's really stupid. That's a long set. We're not gonna watch all that. But yeah, that was. I thought that was funny. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's see here. Bap, 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 bap. Game. There, Deadliest Warrior game. Let's watch this. Speaking of great games,
Your lives and all humanity depend on what you do next.
Targaryens are gone.
Burn them all!
don't burn them all. See? He even said it too. Spike Games. Oh man. Gruesome. Oh man. I forgot about that logo. I used to watch the crap out of this show. It was a really cool show. Them having a fighting game kind of only really makes sense. But at the same time, is that on my end or theirs? Bro, why is your shit? Why is your YouTube video lagging, home? All right. Get to the murder. There we go. Yeah, Spike TV was kind of on point. I was a fan for sure. Most of it, at least. That sound effect. I love that shit. The thwack. Damn, that dude got. Holy crap. Oh no. Bro, duck some of that. Damn. They just getting jacked up. Speaking of Jack, that dude looks like Jack. He looks like the character Jack from Tekken in the face. And by that I mean like he's had way too much Botox. That dude was like all jowl and chin. Select your warrior. Knigget. Select your weapon. Light crossbow. Versus ninja. Yeah, I remember Stripperella. I forgot Ren and Stimpy was also, like, they brought it back for Spike TV, didn't they? I remember, like, the adult party cartoon stuff that don't nobody talk about no more for pretty good reason. But I forgot. I remember Stripperella, though. I don't know if I didn't really watch much of it, though. I don't remember why. Stripperella. MXC was the shit. That was what I watched on Spike primarily. That was the shit. That and like I think wrestling was on it at some point. So, you know, I got to watch my wrestling. All right, Ninja, I see you. Hit him with the fussies. Hit him with that Kusarigama. Let's go. Uh-oh. Ooh, okay. I wonder if he can pick the shield back up. Ooh, combo. Oh, almost. You got greedy, brother. Right you are, Ken. Our field correspondent, Guy Ledouche. Was it Guy Ledouche? Damn! He just turned him off. Dude. Okay. No, I figured. I'm just like, no poor little ninja. I wonder if ninja's always up first. Like we Can't make the ninja hard because it'll piss all the people off. Like, man, these dudes out here getting cut up. We should probably wear something a little heavier. I'm sure you can. One second, let me adjust my spacing here. There we go. Let's go. Damn, the schmicks up. Wait. Wow, damn. For the king. Yeah. I figured this wasn't going to end well for Apache. Oh, no. Bro. That man got brained in the face with that shield. Yeah, I feel like some of these fights are only fair if you, like, if the, you know, you can set up traps and, you know, because some of these people were like guerrilla warriors. They were fighting with traps and whatnot. They weren't just fighting straight up. There's not a whole lot the knight's going to lose to, you know, with the armor and all. The mini games, the meat. I remember the meat. That sound effect is the best. Whack. This is so janky. Didn't get all the meat, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Spartans! Or Centurion, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Centurion. Excuse me, I'm a Centurion? I'm a Centurion, okay? Not a Spartan, we're different. We're not the same. That dude is all chin. Like, the helmet is working its ass off just to contain his face. He does look like Andre the Giant. Yeah, I'm getting kind of hungry too. Bro, come on, man. You can't let Knight run this, man. Come on, bro. Hit this man with a spear or something. This is a game I would actually really love to see, like, high-level tournament play of. Oh, good. Oh, brother. Come on, man. He exposed his flank and everything. Come on. You suck. Oh. Whoa. What's this? Viking. Bro, what is up with these ads? These games on my phone. I don't play games on my phone. Why do I keep getting these? I think it would depend on the matchup. Yeah, bro, I don't know. Like I keep getting ads for like these games that aren't really games, but it's like they're all on mobile phone, and I haven't played a phone game like at all on my phone for like years. But they're incessant. But to answer your question, yeah, I think it would depend on the matchup. Some players, some fighting game players do, like, they play really conservatively. But then, like, if there's a class where you can go ham, then best believe there's going to be somebody who does a bunch of wild nonsense. They'd find the broken shit for sure, though. Looks like Knight might be in top contention for broken shit. Yeah, Hulu has some. Hulu has. I get like a lot of like ads for like weird pharmaceuticals with like crazy ass names and like laundry lists of the awful side effects. I get a lot of that in Hulu. All right, Knight versus Knight. Let's go. Who's ultimate Knight? Chainmail or full plate? Round one. Combat. Don't even yell fight. Bro, come on now. Wow. The hemp, bro. I hate those ads. God, I don't want to see that crap. Ugh. That and then like during like if I'm watching like Monday Night Raw or something, I get those damn like J00lz commercials. Just the sappiest shit. I'm like, bro, I guess they gotta engage the wives who are forced to watch this crap with their husbands, you know, at some point. But they are hardly fighting back, and that makes me sad. I'm gonna see if I can find like some high level play, some tournament play. There's got to be some for sure. I've seen some really fucking stupid games played in tournament. I've seen Hungry Hippos played competitively in tournament. That was hype as shit though. Someone has absolutely done a Deadliest Warrior. See, okay, perfect. I think this is the same game. I think. Grand Finals, let's go. Let's see what's... This is not the same game, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it?
I feel like
No, that's definitely not it. That's something else. Deadliest Warrior Legends? Is that something else? Probably. Deadliest Warrior, the game. Let's try that. Legend, Deadliest difficulty. All right, that might be it. That might be the one. I was trying to find some actual like tournament footage, but that might have to do. Yeah. Let's go here. All right. Hey, we just talk about that. If your arm has been severed, act fast before you bleed out. The interface looks different, though. That's not confusing at all. Not at all. Yeah, the other one had health bars and stuff. Unless they're just not showing them or something. Weird. Maybe that's got something to do with the level of difficulty. Maybe you don't. Maybe it doesn't show it when you're playing on hard mode or whatever. That would actually be kind of an interesting design choice. Oh, it's a sequel. Okay.
Thank you for bleeding.
Thank you for bleeding. Blah. Ah, okay, that explains a lot. I'm like, this guy sounds like Dracula. Bleed. God dang, Ottomans. Always messing up everybody else's empires, drinking their blood, impaling their people. Get him, Shaka. Oh, okay. So that's right. So the first game was just like archetypes, like pirate, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Damn, bro. Damn, bro.
I smell your fear.
He got cooked. Okay, let's go. Bro, you are getting worked, Shaka. I mean, you are wearing literally nothing. It's not looking good for. Oh, he is dead. Oh, 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 oh. just but a flesh wound. Thank you for bleeding. Blood. Bro. What is that, dude? I don't... It looks like the little ballistics gel, but dude, but like wearing fatigues? I don't know what's happening. I'm very confused. Who we got next? Hannibal. Let's go. Yeah, that is kind of cool. Bro, I don't know who that is, but he just got opened up.
By this earth, I swear undying enmity to Rome.
Good luck, my boy. I mean, y'all got to block some of them. These the sound effects are killing me. Damn, he got him. Let's go. Hannibal got hands. Ooh. Black combos though. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, bodied. So I'm guessing the blue is like stamina. I hope he didn't need that. Damn.
Pathetic.
The blood puns, please. No more. Flat, stop. Hernan Cortés. Hit any button after your warrior dies to cause a death twitch and intimidate your enemies from the grave.
Well, hello.
All right, man.
It'll be my pleasure to kill you.
Pantaloons aside, this man is wearing like an entire BMW. He better not lose this. He's losing this. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, never mind. The armor, it does nothing. Did he just lick his sword? What a sick bastard. My man's, oh, that's a wrap. My man's just limping. Look, he frantically switches weapons. Get got. That's a wrap, my boy. Damn. Stabbed in the, oh, bro, come on. Late hit. Uncalled for.
Tastes like victory.
But who will win when it's Vlad versus Vlad? Blood for blood. Yikes. It's not looking good for Vlad.
Red on you.
They're trying, but this dude is on this dude's on the set of Van Helsing. Okay. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Oh, no. There you go. Dodge some of them shits. Oh, headshot. I like the ragdoll when they die. That's great.
Thank you for bleeding.
Thank you for bleeding. That's cool. You can like aim the projectiles. Damn, he worked them boys to death? Oh. This, I don't see this going too well. Yep. Yep. Okay, he seems to have remembered he has a shield. All right, I like to push. What you got? Never mind.
Bloody pathetic.
I don't know. It looks like it. I was wondering. It does kind of look like a pickaxe. Or some sort of hatchet or something. A lot of good it's doing him.
Thank you for bleeding.
The hammer was like, bro, you ain't even used me. This is some bullshit. You could have tried. You could have tried a little bit. Come on, man. Gang is kind of, somebody give this man, I think only one character has actually like fought him for real, for real.
is not sufficient that I succeed. All others must fail.
That voice. Bro, your stick is like 8 feet long. What? There you go. Good dodge, good movement. Oh my god, never mind. He ain't moving nowhere else. Oh my god. Bro, you should have thought about a shield, my guy. Oh! Cooked.
Bloody pathetic.
I agree. You didn't have to Lieutenant Dan my man like that, though. He got shot in someplace vital. Damn! Fatality. I think he was just already really weak. He was getting his ass beat. All right, William Wallace. And your most assuredly giant sword. You better bring it, bro. You know, I thought the sword would be a little bigger. Not gonna lie. Excuse me. Oh. Let's go. Full cease movement. Oh, man. William Wallace. He got one of them legs freed up for sure. Homie came out like a house of fire, though. Yeah, homie's using the wrong sword. All right, let me shut up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's go, Will. Oh, no. Oh, no. That is unsanitary, bro.
Tastes like
All right. It's Alexander the Great. Surely Alexander the Great has some cheap shit that he can put on this man. I just want to see him lose once. It's like a game, not a round. Yeah, homie lost that first round early and took that real personal. That's cool. The cup sometimes stays up.
Ah, you've arrived. Let's begin.
I don't know. It's not looking so good. Bro, he does not give a crap about that shield. Don't run him out till he's tired. Ah. It's not going so great, man. It's not. It's not looking so good for our boys. Ooh. Well, my man ran the tables.
Thank you for bleeding.
All right, there you have it, folks. Is there a boss or something? No, that's it. Well, all right. Okay. On that note, brother, my ass is completely asleep, and I think I need me some dinner. So I'm gonna probably call it there for now. We're like right at 4 hours too. So yeah, I'm a hop off here. But thanks for stopping in, bro. Good to chat with you and reminisce over these dumbass games. I will probably be on tomorrow. Depends on what my work schedule winds up looking like. So I'll throw up my stream signal like I did before. But yeah, man. All right, broski. Enjoy your gaming. I'm gonna enjoy me some dinner. And for the rest of you out in VOD land, if you like the video, like, share, and subscribe and all that YouTube junk, or else I will find you and I'll politely ask you again. All right, deuces, get out of here. Go on now.